to another thrilling episode of The Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
How are you, dude?
Tired.
Who's producing the show today?
Producing the show is our good buddy Jake Noon.
Hell yeah, brother. Hiding out in the corner. And he's gonna make magic happen. He's gonna make a beautiful thing happen today. Love you, Big Daddy. Help me welcome Tom and Jake to the studio. Armchair drum roll. Senor Alex Trujillo.
What's going on, guys? My name is Estoy bien, gracias.
Hell yeah, brother.
So,
doing good?
Yeah.
Beautiful Sunday?
It is a beautiful Sunday. A little colder than yesterday.
Yeah, a little chilly.
But I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's about that time of the year, dude, honestly. Tom,
Ryan went hunting for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was the first day of rifle.
Yes, and it was
powder,
130 degrees. So all the deer were actually busy having strokes. So I didn't shoot shit. I didn't shoot shit. But I'm really excited about it. I almost wore my camo hoodie, but I knew one of these turds would have made fun of me.
The cool part is he went with our good buddy Paul from Mission First. Which is
Paul Limber.
The Paul Limber.
It's a good callback there, too.
And that's actually how we met you, was at Paul's Rucking Rosary.
Very true.
Yeah,
I was going to get into that, but I'm glad you guys brought it up.
Shout out to the Catholics. Love them.
Yeah.
And the Rucking Rosary is just a hell of a good time. If you want more information, DM myself, DM Tom, DM the show, DM somebody at the freaking... Is there a Facebook group?
Yeah, but I think it's a private group. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'd say DM me, but I don't want that much. It's just too much publicity.
If you're interested, the Rucking Rosaries are dope. You don't have to be Catholic. You can be Islamic. It doesn't matter. Just hop on in. But if you want more information, just DM us and we'll hook you up. But anyways, yeah, that's how we met, man.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like sat and chewed the fat after the ruck over by...
We got like a
Van Avenue.
A slight elevator pitch, and if
a little
you would
one,
be so kind to share an elevator pitch to our listeners.
For sure.
Who is Alex Trujillo?
So, quick Navy veteran. I flew helicopters in the Navy, and right now I am a commercial airline pilot for... I'm not going to say for who, but I fly a 737, the Boeing 737. You know, the scary one that the doors fall off, they crash.
That's that one.
That's the one. The one also that like crashed, the Air Asia crash or whatever a while. Yeah, that one.
I love that you're just like openly affiliated. He's like, yeah, you know the one that falls apart in the sky? Yeah, that's the one I'm flying.
That's how badass I am.
I only need half a plane to land it. It's fine.
I learned how to fly.
I can only imagine somebody like fucking landing a plane with one wing. It's like, yeah, that's standard protocol for these 737s.
I mean, it's easy, dude. It's just no big deal.
One wheel.
It's a 7.3 now. It's not a 737 anymore.
Oh, we lost
the other 7. It's gone.
Why is it called like a 737?
Dude, I don't know. It's a good question.
Oh.
Something I should know. But Boeing, they're all 7 something.
Gotcha.
Right? So you have, way back 707s. They had a 7, maybe a 717, 737, 47, 57, 67, 87.
What's the one that looks like a beluga whale? Like in the military, they call it a C-17. Like it kind of has like that weird nose front end.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest one they make. Is it?
So
that's not
the only one I've seen with
is it?
Airbus does have a beluga whale. That's a fat looking plane.
Yeah,
that's a Airbus 380.
Like a Peyton Manning forehead kind of bird. You know what I'm saying?
5 head, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's an Airbus 380.
But there's like a lot of people on those. Like, you never flew 180 people in the military, did you?
Hell no. The most we ever flew in the military was like 3 other people in the back. So me and a co-pilot. We always had a crewman. So 2 officers and an enlisted guy who did all the hard work.
Hell yeah.
And then like maybe we had a couple passengers.
Oh yeah, sick, dude.
Yeah,
we're gonna get more into that. But while we were talking about the beluga whales, do you know by chance the biggest plane that Boeing makes? Is it the beluga whale?
No, it would probably be the 777. So the 777.
777.
The 747 is like Air Force One, where it has like the little bump up in the
like
the front.
The mini beluga.
Yeah, a little mini, but it's not full on.
Like a baby beluga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby, never mind.
Yeah, baby beluga. But the 777, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the biggest one. Now you could make an argument for the Dreamliner is the 787.
Do you ever wish you were like a pilot from back in the day where they actually had like bars and could smoke on board?
Sort of. I just watched Catch Me If You Can. Maybe that's why I'm a pilot now. But Leo, when he's walking with the ladies, I'm like, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Now it's like not as cool.
Not nearly as cool.
Especially if my wife is listening. It's not nearly as cool as
no.
that. Yeah, it's just very boring, very boring.
I actually don't even like this film. This is such a poor portrayal of the
this is
airline
so
community.
inaccurate.
But yeah, dude, let's dig into it. So Alex, where are you from? Where do you hail from?
I hail, from.
You do have Cubano descent.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. So both my parents are born in Cuba. I am first generation American, proudly.
I'm very stupid. Does that mean that your parents moved here, or you moved here from Cuba?
They moved here. I'm born here. Since they were not born here, I was. All their offspring, I guess, immediate offspring are first gen.
First gen, okay. Yeah. I am very stupid. I'd like to open up with
that. I'm pretty sure that's true. That's what I've always told people, that I'm first generation. I think it's true.
Yeah.
It sounds right.
I buy it. So where were you born at?
Fairfax, Virginia. So
where the hell is that?
Right?
East Coast.
Yeah. So there's something you guys got to know about me. I'm an East Coast elite.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
I barely even know what Indiana is on the map. Okay, it's one of those like somewhere over there in the middle.
It's a flyover state.
Exactly, it's a flyover state. You're not one of the first 13, and you're not California, Oregon, or Washington. All right, I have no idea what the hell you are.
Yeah, we'll happily take like 17th place. It's fine, or whatever that winds up being. No, I get it.
It's so Fairfax is right outside DC.
Oh, sick, dude.
Probably like half hour to the capital.
Okay. Why did they land there? Did dad or mom work for government? Or?
No, dude. Kind of random. My dad grew up in Miami, typical Cuban, right?
Yeah.
So once they left Cuba, his family went to Miami, pretty typical.
Oh, yeah.
My mom's family, though, I think they knew some people who already lived up there because my grandfather had come to medical or dental school up in Boston. So they kind of knew the States a little bit before, then they went back to Cuba, had kids, and then Castro had to leave.
Oh, yeah.
So they knew people in the area, and there was already like a Cuban community up there. So like, hey, we'll go up there.
Okay.
And then my dad went to get his master's at like George Washington, I think, which is also in D.C.
Oh, that's a school.
Yes, it's
a
school.
We were just randomly
I thought we were talking about dentures again. I was like, Grandpa was a dentist. Got a George Washington.
And then George Washington, yeah.
I was very confused. You said George Washington, and I was like Abe Lincoln. I don't know.
We were just throwing out presidents. Lyndon Johnson. He sucks, that guy, asshole.
Yeah. No, that's sick. So he went
up
George
there,
Washington University.
Yes, to get his master's, and then Cubans kind of hanging out together. He met my grandfather from it was like a kind of like a Rucking Rosary, but it was like a men's fraternity for Catholics, Cuban Catholics mostly.
Okay.
So my grandfather met my dad. He's like, oh, hey, I'm like building a patio in my backyard. Come help me out. He's like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
And then he met my mom, and then
sick, dude.
Here I am.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
So, and you said Cuban Catholic. I don't know what that means.
Basically, it was like a Catholic fraternity group, right, of a bunch of Cubans, and they would meet weekly to kind of pray or have a discussion.
Oh, it's not like a designation
no,
of
It
Catholicism.
was, sorry.
Right.
It's not like Roman Catholic where that's a full-on...
So were they Roman Catholic, or was it...
Yeah, grew up Roman Catholic.
To the Latin Catholic masses?
No, grew up Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic,
Yep.
Okay.
Did you go to Catholic school growing up?
I did.
Sick, dude.
Very
Nice.
much so. Very much a Catholic school.
Hell yeah, dude. Did you, like most kids, like take it for granted when you were younger, or did you kind of like believe in it and stay devout like all through your youth?
Good question.
Typically, like I feel like with Catholics, they kids take it for granted.
Yeah.
And they wind up walking away from it, and they either come back or
continue walking away.
Live under a bridge. I don't know what to tell you.
Those are the two options.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
You will not be happy.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
No, so my grade school was like really private, small Catholic. It's not like a diocesan school, which was like run by the kind of by the church state, right?
Yeah, the diocese.
The diocese, the church government, I guess, in the area. So Evansville has a diocese that has their mayors, the bishop, or if you the governor, or whatever, and then the schools. They have schools. So it wasn't like a public kind of school, or it wasn't a bigger diocesan school. It was really small. It was like this couple, they started a school small. We had like 20 kids per class, but we had to wear a blazer, a tie. We had mass like every day. We said a rosary every day. So it was really just kind of part of the life. And I always look back on that. It built a really good foundation. I guess where I kind of faltered later on in my later teens, early 20s, I didn't fall away from the faith, but I took it less seriously maybe.
Okay.
But I always had that foundation of like, hey, no, this is I know is right because I grew up with it so much, right?
This is what I believe in.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not like living it so well right now, I know this is the right thing.
Have you ever, we were talking a little bit earlier and then Tom just took off racing with the questions. But
Gosh, damn it, Tom.
We were talking a little bit about like the difference between Roman Catholic and Latin Catholic, or Latin, like the different masses. I don't know if Latin Catholic is a thing.
It's still Roman Catholic.
It is still Roman.
Yeah, it's just
so
a
there's
different,
just two different masses.
Yeah,
then.
two different liturgies if you want to give it a different
so
word.
I was talking to Paul a little bit about like Latin Mass, and he was like, dude, it's sick. And I was like, okay, do tell, Daddy.
Yeah.
Get on with it. And he like starts explaining it to me. He was like, yeah, you walk in, nobody's talking.
Nobody's talking.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, when does Padre get up there? And he was like, nope.
I mean, he does. Yeah, he
I was
does.
like-
It's
he
just
said,
you don't know it
Yeah,
because
he
he
said-
just kind of quietly goes up there like, oh, where did he come from? Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's like low key the kind of, because I'm a very minimalist. That's why I kind of,
you would like it.
I hover towards Catholicism because it's very like dry, brash, blah, 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 blah. This is actually turning into a religion episode. Everybody at home, buckle up. No, but I thought it was cool. Do you go to many Latin masses?
I have. I mean,
We spoke about it
yeah.
after the Ruck and Rosary.
Yep.
I didn't know if that was like your norm or not.
it's. I wouldn't say it's my norm. I've been a number of times. I do have a strong love for it because, like
Okay.
you're saying, it's simple.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is, it's just an opportunity to be quiet and pray, and something more powerful is happening up front,
Yeah.
right? And the priest, and I love the premise, like the priest is taking everyone's prayers and offerings and like, hey, desires, and he's just presenting them to God. He doesn't even look at you. He's just straight up praying to God the entire
I love
time.
that. Don't look at me.
I agree. Like, dude, this isn't a show.
Yeah,
You don't need to be like,
don't talk
hey,
to me.
everybody, I'm Father Blah. I'm like, no, dude. This is between you and God, and
Yeah.
you are a priest. And like, even in like old religions, the priest, his job was to take the sacrifices of the people, right? Jewish religion,
Yeah.
take the sacrifices of the people and offer them to God.
Yeah.
That's the priest. Literally, I think if you looked up the definition,
Yeah, because
I'm
back-
not super smart.
No,
but-
no, you're correct.
Yeah.
And then back then, it was the bishops that actually like ran the actual service or whatever. Like back when Catholicism started, it was the bishops that ran the
Okay.
service, and even then, it was like minimalist.
Yeah.
They didn't do they did the baptisms and they ran the service, and then the priest handled like you were saying,
The rest, yeah.
yeah, all the sacraments and et cetera, et cetera.
So yeah. Anyways,
very
I do
interesting.
like the
Yeah.
quietness. I like the simplicity.
I just
and
wanted
it's
to
just
pit
straight
stop
up.
there because I don't know how many people know about Latin Mass. I didn't know about it. I knew about it, but I didn't know what the heck it was.
Yeah.
And like it was
They have
kinda
one
dope.
here every Sunday. I think it's only a Sunday
Oh,
mass.
sick, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But anyway, so going back, so you're a kid in West Virginia.
Whoa.
You're in a
Just Virginia.
Virginia,
Not West
sorry.
Virginia, just for
Yeah, those are hill people. My
fighting
bad.
words here.
Those are hill people. My bad. But you're in Virginia. You're going
Yeah.
to this school with like 20 people in a class. What the heck is that like? You just know everybody.
Yeah, I mean the whole school was K through 12, and it was a total of 300 people probably.
That's how Holy Spirit is here in town.
Yeah, that's how most Catholic schools are. I mean, we have 2 Catholic high schools, but for the most part, it's not. I feel like it's
Small,
normally K
yeah.
through
Yeah,
graduation for the like around.
I figured it would be more like K to 8, and then you go to the high school.
that's how it
kinda
is
thing.
here, but we still only have 2 Catholic high schools. I
We got
think
2 or 3. What was it?
Memorial.
Memorial and Rights?
no
know
Memorial
what
and
to say.
Mater Day.
Mater Day.
Yeah, I don't think we have a third one. If we do, I don't know about it. But yeah, that's wild to me.
So did you play sports growing up?
I did.
Yeah, what was
Baseball?
Soccer was my thing.
Soccer.
Baseball. You say that because I was Cuban?
Yeah.
Okay.
that like? Hey, settle down, bro.
Soccer was my next guess.
I actually broke my nose playing baseball.
Really?
Yeah, I sucked at it.
That's
that was
okay.
so bad.
Paul lost an eye.
I did hear about that. I was like,
My
damn,
God,
I'm not playing
dude.
baseball.
Jeez, dude. How many gold chains do you have? I'm just joking. Okay. So you liked soccer a lot.
Yeah.
What was your position? You look like a striker, like an offensive.
Kind of started that way.
started a striker.
I was like when I played like house league, everyone does, and I got called to an all-star game and then travel ball after that. And I was
so
always
you were good.
I was pretty good.
Yeah, for your
I
age.
started playing. I think when I was 8, I got into a travel ball team,
Nice, dude.
and I played like right wing, usually right midfield. And then as I got older, my on the ball skills got worse, but I was getting faster and I don't know, maybe a little more physical, so I played right back.
Okay, a little more defense. Yeah,
A lot more,
yeah.
and I loved that because I
Yeah.
was faster than their wingers, or just as fast. I keep up with them. Play a little bit of center back, sweeper. I love playing sweeper because you didn't have to mark anyone, and I'm short. I'm 5'8" on a good day.
I get it. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
playing like the mid D. Like that's my favorite.
So if
place.
I had a guy in front of me who could win all the headers, and then I would just read. I'm like, all right, he's going to kick the ball there, and I would start running there, intercept the pass. I'm like, nailed it. You're right.
yeah, and you just have to kick it in a fucking direction.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah.
and you're good. Yeah, I love that stuff.
That's why, playing soccer, that was my thing.
I only got into soccer like in intramurals when I was in college. Like
Okay.
I was like 25 when I first
We did
played.
go to a local semi-pro
Yeah,
soccer
there's
the
a
hooligans.
practice.
I don't know if you know who
There's
the
a local
Yeah.
semi-pro team here.
semi-pro team. I think they're AAA. They're the second from the bottom league.
Okay.
Um,
Is it kind of like the
they travel.
what's the baseball team?
They're kind of like the Thunderbolts.
Okay. Yeah.
They're like second from the bottom, so
Yeah.
they're not like the lowest tier league where you can just like walk on. But like, I mean, they have like international players that are
Nice.
like that come from reputable schools. We met all of them. I think we met everybody but like one or two on the team.
That's sick.
Crazy.
Yeah, they had
talented.
Brian and I both in the goal trying to stop shots.
He was playing goalie in fucking socks.
I can see that.
Hey, but I did kick a few balls defensively away from him, and they were like, the whole team like was like, whoa, yeah, it was cool.
You've always been big on ball play. So so how long do you play soccer for?
Dude, from like 8 to 18. I mean, for my whole
all the way through school.
Yeah, I played the whole time, travel ball the whole time. You know, you kind of hit a point mid like teens, 16, where you're like, I don't think I'm quite good enough to go to college. Like I might have gotten like a D3 maybe. But I just really enjoyed it. I played high school.
Your school get any awards? Like win sectionals?
We did. We won
everything?
states. 3 years in a row.
3 in a row?
Yeah, for Division 2. We were like Division 2 for, it was like, the conference was private schools in the Virginia area. In Virginia.
Just a bunch of Catholics beating the shit out of each other.
There's a couple proddies in there. You know, like Baptist. Oh, shit.
Get a couple holy rollers out there, dude.
So in high school, did you know that you wanted to be like a pilot, or what was
Not
that
at all.
transition like?
Dude, so that was kind of funny. My brother, closest to me, is 6 years older than me. And he applied, so the Naval Academy and West Point and Air Force, who cares, and Coast
Where's
Guard.
the Naval Academy?
Annapolis, Maryland.
Maryland.
It's a really beautiful area. It's like an hour east of Washington, D.C., almost like
sick,
straight
dude.
shot east.
Sick.
So he applied to their summer programs, like summer camp for a week, and you kind of see, hey, this is the Naval Academy, and you get to do this and this and that. So he went like 6 years before, you know, I'm like 11 or 10 when he goes to this thing. And I remember picking him up from there. I was like, it's kind of cool, right? But I'm still young. And then I remember I was junior year in high school, and my like high school, what do they call it? Student, when they're like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do in life kind of thing.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like your guidance counselor.
Yeah, kind of like guidance counselor. Part of the newsletter was like, hey, Naval Academy summer seminar. I was like, oh, shit. That's what John, my brother, that's what he did. I should apply to that. That's cool. I didn't know thoughts of the military at this point.
Yeah.
So I applied, went to that summer seminar. I was like, this is legit. It's kind of cool. Like there's, you know, this idea that there's going to be some structure here. I don't really know what I want to do with my life. So I at least, you know, when I get out of college, if I go to the Naval Academy, I'll have a job when I get out. So yeah, after that summer seminar, I applied and by the grace of God, I guess got into the Naval Academy.
So you wound up going to the Naval Academy because I thought you were Air Force originally.
Because I fly. Probably.
I'm very confused.
So
you were in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Did you say that in the opening? In the opening, I
said
swear
it.
you said
I said
Air
it in the
Force
opening.
too.
Jake, did I say it in the opening? Jake's been recording. Yeah, I said it.
It's on record. Okay, I am just in fact that stupid.
Yeah, have you seen, you know, aircraft carriers? Don't most of those pilots fly for the Navy?
Every single one of them. Maybe a couple Marines here and there. But
I've never been like a huge fan of the Navy, but I always give them credit where credit is due. And the best thing about the Navy is that you chose the right branch in that you will always be safe because every country on Earth knows not to fuck with our boats.
True.
And if they do, why don't you shoot Japan a text and just
see how that worked out for him, you know what I mean?
See what happened there. You know what I mean? So fucking nice. Good on you. Good decision.
I think the better reason to go in the Navy is because all our bases are on the coast for the most part.
Yeah, that's also
as opposed to like
sick
Fort,
bases.
I don't know, in the middle of flyover state. You know what I mean?
So I was stationed at Fort Bliss, which is a super sick base. It's in the middle of like a drug running route, which is really really sick.
Where's Fort Bliss?
By
Texas.
Is it in El Paso?
El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
But what's the name of the Chihuahua?
Juarez.
Yeah, Juarez.
Juarez.
Yeah, you know.
Have you seen Sicario?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know where they filmed Sicario?
Yeah, that scene when they're crossing the border, I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
The drug tunnels? Yeah, that's where I lived for 3 fucking
You're like,
years.
hey, Jorge.
Yeah.
Getting your drugs again? Okay, cool,
Yeah,
man.
they're
See
like,
ya.
we're gonna train you for the tunnels of Afghanistan.
By doing the tunnels of
the
Mexico.
cartel,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, some
Sick.
of you will not make it out alive. The cartel are fucking disgusting people, dude. I was talking to Paul about that the other day, too. Fuck.
I bet he knows a little bit.
Gross. But anyway, so you wind up...
Well, I want to know, so
you
like,
get into the Naval Academy, right?
do you test in? Like, when you get
How does that
in?
work?
Yeah.
How to get into the Naval Academy?
Yeah.
Okay. Basic application to like any school. You know, we need a letter of recommendation from your teacher. Blah blah blah. Maybe like an essay, personal statement thing. The intricate parts are you need a letter of recommendation from a congressman or a senator.
Ooh.
There's some other ones that are a little more complicated, but we'll just stick with those two.
Okay.
So then you have to interview again with a congressman or a senator. So I interviewed with a local
What is
congressman.
that like? Well, how stressful is that interview? Or do they just sit you down and they're like, hey, what's up, champ?
Kind of like that. It was kind of like, it was for the most part that. This guy's like, oh, yeah, cool. I went to the Merchant Marine Academy, so I kind of, I get it, and I'm on the congressman's staff. It wasn't the congressman, it was his staff.
Okay.
Typical. Right?
Yeah.
Do they actually
This
do
is my
anything?
secretary.
Right.
And,
I don't think they actually do anything. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
all their
where your
staff.
tax dollars are going, folks.
Right. The staff.
All the assistants. But so they just sit you down. It's very informal. God
Yeah.
bless you. It's very informal.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was formal. I like wore a suit and whatnot, but
Okay.
it wasn't like intense grilling. Like, why do you want to go to the Naval Academy? I mean, they did ask that question, I think, but
Yeah, but it wasn't like they didn't have like a gun on the table and they were like, "Why do you want to go to the Naval Academy?"
right.
You know
It
what
wasn't
I mean?
Russian roulette either.
Yeah,
So,
okay,
it's fine.
sick.
You didn't have to like you had to take a test to get in, and then like from there they gave you like your job offers of like.
Oh, he would have. You would have taken an ASVAB, right? Eventually, at some point.
I took it in high school, but it wasn't. I don't think it was a requirement for getting to the Naval Academy.
Really?
Yeah.
So I wonder if you have if you had already taken it in high school. I wonder if like your other Naval Academy cadets had to like take an ASVAB before they graduated college.
No.
No.
So I can get into that.
Okay.
So when you're at the Naval Academy, you're just doing normal school. It's college with like a lot of peppering of military. Like you're wearing a uniform. If you're a freshman, you got to like, they call it chopping. You have to like run in the hallways. You can't walk.
I like that.
Yeah, you literally have to run in the middle of the hallway. And
I like a nice job.
when you square a corner, you have to square a corner. So like, if the hallway like bang, bang.
Yeah.
When you do that, you got to go Navy, sir, beat Army, sir. Like literally say that as you're running.
That's hot.
It's funny.
a big fan.
You'd have to memorize the menu of the day, and they called them chow calls. So before every meal, you'd have these like 40 plebes, freshmen, yelling in the hallways, "Sir, the menu for morning meal is blah, 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 blah." You're like just rattling off the meal, and like usually you just start making it up until a upperclassman comes up. He's like, "What are we having for lunch?" You're like, roast beef. You're like, all right, cool. You're like, oh shit, I hope it's roast beef. Because you just start, you're like, whatever, dude. This is
So like you didn't have any flying experience before?
No, zero.
Because we got a buddy that he's
Oh yeah, our guy that crashed the plane that one time.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he works on planes, but he flies planes recreationally.
Yeah,
Nice.
he has like his recreational FFA
Nice.
license.
Okay. Yeah.
And he got that.
He's
when
been flying since high school. He wrecked the plane in high school.
he was flying before he could drive, I believe. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
If I remember
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
he got his pilot's license when he was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
He was like logging hours when he was fucking 13, which is insane to me. 13
is
or 14.
wild, yeah.
But he had it before he turned 16, which is fucking
Nice.
bonkers.
So like just normal college, and then
Normal
you graduate
college with a
and
lot
that's
of
when they're like
so right before you graduate, your senior year, they get your whole package, your grades, and it's not just grades there. It's like, how'd you do in PE? What were your PE scores too? What was your PRT? You have to take every half year. Yeah,
what were your years of, I guess,
2008, 2012.
2008, 2012 was,
Yeah.
these were the college years.
Yeah,
Right?
So I graduated high school in 2008.
Okay. Sick. So did I. I think we talked about this. We're almost
Yeah.
the same age. I think you're older than me by like a few months. I'm 35.
Same. What
Yeah.
month?
March.
You're older than me.
30.
Okay, August 21st.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Sick. I'm older than a lot of people. So
Me too.
it's the
Like anybody
it's
can
the
say that.
worst, dude. It's the worst. I just want to have a frame of reference. So you were saying like before you graduate. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
no,
cut you
you're
off.
good. So right before beginning of your senior year, like fall of a senior year, they kind of take your whole package. And you say,
Yeah.
these are my order of preferences of what I want to do in the Navy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can also go to the Marine Corps out of the Naval Academy because that's subset of
okay.
what do they call it? The male department of the Navy is the Marine Corps.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you guys own them.
Right. Yeah, they're part of the Department of the Navy. So I'm like, okay, cool, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome for your paycheck.
Yeah, you're welcome for the boat you get to go on because you're a Marine. How else would you go on there? Good luck getting to Afghanistan on an Osprey.
Yeah. Those Ospreys are dope, though.
They are cool. So they get your whole package,
Yeah.
all your grades, everything. The kind of messed up part of the Naval Academy is you get peer ranked.
Who was that? Like,
So of your classmates, they can rank you. And so if like you fall off with some guys, they'll be like, this guy fucking sucks. And they'll give you a 40 out of 40. And that affects your like standing in
So if you're
school
like-
too.
so like if you're like a shitty, like if you're the last one to get picked for dodgeball,
Yeah,
you're probably
it sticks with you the whole entire your fucking life, right? Dude, I was talking to someone, quick side note, I was talking to someone about this about the Naval Academy the other day. It's a great school, but man, is it like a confidence, like it pushes you to the limit because you graduate high school and you're like, dude, I'm hot shit.
Yeah.
I was captain of the soccer team, blah, 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 National Honor Society.
Stud.
Stud, right? You go to the Naval Academy, like, Yeah, I was president of my high school. I was the captain of 5 different teams.
Yeah.
I had an 8.10 GPA. You're like, what the fuck? And that was a random person you just like ran into. You're like, what?
I learned how to split an atom in the 3rd grade.
Right. You're like,
in my garage.
everyone here is a fucking
Jesus
stud.
Christ. Yeah, you're like talking to an astrophysicist.
Right. You're like, damn
I just
it.
thought the Navy was a good idea.
Right. Fuck you, man.
Fuck up, Einstein. What are you doing here?
Uh,
We're here for boats, dude.
Right.
Not fucking Neptune.
the boat, actually, I think the
sick,
Navy
dude.
has the most astronauts.
Hell yeah.
Quick side thing.
Well, what about What? Wait, they have astronauts?
Like, yeah,
Space
because a
Force,
naval
baby.
pilot can go become an astronaut. Like, I think
Oh,
Buzz,
yeah.
I think Buzz and Armstrong were both Navy pilots.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
I think. Like, fact check me on that, Jake.
Yeah, you might look up if Buzz Aldrin.
Or just look up how many Navy pilots were astronauts.
Yeah,
My first premise.
I'm very curious about that. But I think that's how when they started the Space Force, to recruit astronauts. I think now that you're saying that, it does ring a bell because they went straight to the Air Force and they were like, "Hey, volunteer program,
Yeah.
who's open to this?"
Right, right.
And they like went to their highest scoring pilots or whatever,
Right.
and they were like, "Who wants to?"
I would not have started with my highest scoring.
Yeah,
Maybe-
Yeah. We can't afford to lose them.
yeah. Hey, man, there's a 30-70 chance you make it out of this.
Right.
Over 83 Navy pilots have become astronauts, making the Navy the leading military branch for astronauts with the most former naval aviators in
Hell
NASA. What's the...
Neil Armstrong? Okay, not Buzz.
Oh,
I was
Neil
close.
Armstrong.
Halfway.
Close enough, dude.
Alan Shepard.
Out of, it says like below 360 astronaut candidates over the years, and 212 of them were military.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot. So was Matthew McConaughey in the film Interstellar. He was also a pilot in the Air Force.
Well, love is really the reason why we have anything here.
We're just looking for our place in the dirt.
Smurf.
He went back.
Smurf.
He's a wild guy.
Yeah. Hook him. Because he's a Longhorns fan. Hook him.
That's what he says at the end. You don't see it. Yeah.
At the end of every take.
Right.
Hook him. So
They got their butt kicked last
where do
night.
you get placed? They lost? I didn't
they
see.
got butt kicked.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
34, whatever. They suck.
Sorry, we're diverging.
No, we're good.
where did
So,
you-
yeah,
Where'd you wind up placing?
like my ranking in the school,
Yeah, like how with that whole packet and everything.
I was like almost exact middle.
exact middle. That's
Yeah.
actually a good place to be.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I was a history major.
Okay.
Really not good at like the sciences and stuff, but you get a Bachelor of Science from the Naval Academy.
Always?
Yeah, no matter what.
Oh,
Because
okay.
your core classes, if you will, the classes you have to take is like 2 semesters of chemistry, 2 semesters of electrical engineering, 3 semesters of calculus. Depends.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the?
yeah.
And then what was the last semester? Like one was aerodynamics, the other one's thermodynamics. I'm like, what the? I don't know. I'm a history major.
Yeah,
damn it.
I thought I was signing up for the Navy, not making
Yeah, but they're like,
IEDs.
if your plane or helicopter crashes in the desert, like we would like you to.
Yeah,
try
we have to
to
rebuild it, please.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not Iron Man, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not Tony Stark.
We lost a wing, sir.
Yeah.
You're lucky I landed it.
Like, good thing you took some engineering classes back then, right? Like, no, not good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, physics, 2 semesters of physics. So I had to take all these like extra science classes.
Yeah,
So I
that's
finished with like a
that's a bunch.
2.94 GPA overall.
That's
But my
pretty good.
major GPA, like history, was like 3.75 or something like that. I was like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
because that was what I wanted to study.
Hell yeah.
So I finished like almost exact middle of our graduating class.
Hell yeah.
If I remember
So
correctly.
did they approach you with options?
So they say these are your options, and you're not really like kicked off of any before you put your selection. So the whole 3 years prior to that, you go on every summer you go on a cruise. They call it like a summer cruise, and it's like, hey, you're gonna go to
Is this like a cruise?
no,
You know
it's
what I-
not like that.
Oh, not like
Summer.
a
They call it
Disney
summer
cruise?
training or summer cruise. So you go like my first year where we went to a boat. We went to a boat in Norfolk. What was it? The USS San Jacinto. Wow, I pulled that out of my mouth.
Wow.
So you go, hey, you're gonna like be with these guys on the boat. They're gonna show you about everything. They call him a running mate. So it was like an enlisted, E5 or something. He's like, who the these 18-year-old idiots? They're like mini officers
Who's
we
this twat following me around?
exactly, exactly. And like we're like these, but we're like kind of officers, but we're not. We're
Yeah.
like we're not.
Do you just have the little dot on your uniform?
almost? It was
for
like a.
cadet.
It was like a.
You had like a cadet.
It was like a slash chevron, almost
Okay.
like a E1 or E2,
They-
but with an eagle on top. You're
They
like,
could tell by looking at it. Oh, he's a
Yeah.
college student.
Yeah,
he's
pretty
a
much.
cadet. Or
Do they
whatever.
do they have like a thing in the military, like prisons hold my pocket? Like, is the military like hold my?
I don't know this phrase.
Oh, in the prison system?
Yeah, I never.
Oh,
been.
it's like when
I
you,
ain't never been.
no, neither have I. But I'm a big fan of The Rock, which is an excellent film with
Right.
Nicolas Cage.
Welcome to the Rock.
Yeah, welcome to The Rock. Sean Connery. But yeah, so basically, when you make somebody your bitch in prison, then you make them hold your pocket, and then you're like the protector.
Okay.
But they're also like your. You get it.
I got you. We can. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's hold your pocket. I don't know that the military has something like that.
But I assume
This
it was
running mate
something
thing.
similar.
What's similar? You're like dragging along the guy.
Right.
You're like, all right, show me where to go.
Yeah,
Dude.
where's the nuclear reactor?
So I feel for these guys because they're like, I got work to do and I got to carry this kid with me the whole
Yeah.
time. And also, this ship was in a certain inspection period. It wasn't going out to sea at all.
Yeah.
So it was also like, why the fuck are these guys here? So they kind of let us go early. So that was like not. Anyways, long story short, every summer you had to do a different cruise. The summer after your sophomore year, you do this thing called Protramid, and it's 4 weeks, and each week you do a different thing. So first week was like surface warfare. You go back to a ship for a little bit. Second week you go to with the Marines, and you're LARPing a little bit. You know, you get your rock on. Like, oh, we're gonna bivouac out there, and we're gonna hop on an Osprey or a 40. Like, and it's like a sales pitch.
Yeah.
Right.
You go to
you all chubbed up.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're like, hey, put this kid on, dude.
You're like, oh, shoot this MC.
Yeah,
Dude, I shot
hold this machine gun.
what is it? A Mark 29, the big like grenade launcher.
Mark 19? Yeah,
19.
Mark
It was
19.
like, dunk, 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 dunk. I was like, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, shoots fucking monster cans
Monsters.
out.
Yeah. So they took us to the range one day. We're shooting M16s. We're shooting M204. Is that right?
yeah, 204.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
to
yeah.
shoot that. They're like, all right, pull the dunk.
Yeah.
The noob tube, as they call it in Call of Duty, from what I remember.
100%,
Yeah.
Yeah. Our unit in Afghanistan, we burned through so many 204. Yeah, 208.
Just noobing it.
208s, what was it called?
It-
203. I'm fucking stupid. But
Too many numbers and letters.
We literally, our guys would go on mission with belts of these,
Just all the
of the 203s around their chest, and every mission we'd come back completely empty.
Just why not? If someone's shooting from your window, thunk,
yeah, thump,
got him.
150 meters away, thump,
Thunk, yeah.
300 meters away.
I
thump,
wonder how much
doesn't matter.
per round that was.
Probably $200 a round,
Yeah, it's not too bad.
but yeah, maybe 100 a round. I don't know. But they're dope though. But yeah, so
that was
you got to
Marine
LARP
week.
a little bit.
Got a
yeah.
LARP, and then
Yeah.
there was an aviation week. It was submarine week, which was actually cool. I never wanted to be a submariner at all, but it was cool, like going underwater. And then actually the best
with
part,
a nuke sitting there,
Right, right, like,
in the next
oh,
bay
that's-
running
right.
the whole thing.
we actually went to like right outside the reactor, like looking through this glass. There's the reactor. Like,
Oh,
wow.
that's cheap. $10 per cartridge.
oh, that's cheap as hell.
Yeah, that's probably what Uncle Sam's
Oh wait,
paying.
for
The
approximately
launcher
2,000 plus $200.
Oh, that's just for the launcher
transfer.
though.
Oh, but the 40 millimeter training ammunition.
Yeah,
Training
it's
ammo.
just a chalk round. It's
Right,
just
so that's
full of
nothing.
chalk. Once you put the HME in
Right.
in the round or the HE, whatever the high
High explosive.
Once you put
Right
that
here,
stuff in there-
$587 a round.
yeah, that sounds more realistic. I would probably say somewhere closer. They're probably paying like $100 a round, like the government is.
Yeah, on
That
contract.
587 looks like it's for the launcher and 10 rounds. The Predator bundle.
Oh yeah, dude, that sounds creepy as fuck. Hey, come check our Predator bundle.
So like,
out.
are you? So like, you're basically just testing
You're
out
testing
different
out,
roles.
yeah, and that was for that summer. So Submariner
And
was
what
cool.
year is that?
After my sophomore year.
Okay, so they're giving you a taste, a different
Yeah.
idea of kind of where you could land.
Yeah.
different
There's like,
ideas.
here's the boats, here's the options.
Exactly. And so we also had an
Yeah.
aviation week, and they take you up in a trainer aircraft. At that point, it was a T-34. And you also, I don't know what else we did, but that was the only flight you get. So you get to fly in the back seat, and the guy's like, all right, here we do a loop. Pow! And I was like, this is sick. But I was so scared of passing out. So they train you. Have you seen like Top Gun, right? When he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he's like,
pulling 5Gs.
Right.
And you're,
right. But these guys, so they train you like squeeze your legs.
yeah.
Like starting with your calves and then your thighs and squeeze your so
Oh,
get
you're in an aircraft that can pull that many.
yeah,
Gs?
I mean not a ton, like two or three. It would like do loops and flips and stuff like that. But I was just so
Can you look up a
terrified.
picture of a what was it? A
T-34.
Can you look up a picture of a T-34?
It's gonna look janky. You're not gonna be impressed. But
I was picturing like a plane like that
Like a Cessna?
civilians jump
No.
out of for parachuting,
no, you'll see.
skydiving.
Uh,
T-34.
Not
Probably
quite
the type
that
of
one.
plane.
Type.
T-34 plane, maybe.
Yeah, definitely not the tank. That thing does not do rolls very well.
Yeah, if it does, you're in trouble.
Deep doo doo.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's more.
Oh,
it.
I could see it now. Yeah, you could do some barrel rolls.
Yeah.
in that. Real short.
Yeah, the
stocky.
mentor, right? So I'm in the back, the guy's flying, and but I was just so scared of passing out, so I'm like squeezing everything. It wasn't that bad of G's. Dude, the next day I couldn't walk. I was like, oh, Oh, because I
Yeah.
squeezed my calves and everything
I wonder
so much.
how well I would do in one of those. We need to try it out.
Not great. Don't.
gotta get a
and
plane.
I say like I know, but let me ask before
Sure.
I just profess that I'm a fucking idiot. The pilots, right? Do they
See.
not wear some sort of suit that
Yeah.
compresses?
They probably don't in this plane.
and it helps.
Yeah, it's called G suit.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
we can get to that later as I progress in my
we'll get
naval
to that.
career.
We'll get to
here.
that. But this is sick though. So like you got to do this as a sophomore in college. You're fucking
Yeah.
20 years old doing barrel rolls
Yeah.
and 2-3.
I wasn't doing
Gs.
it, but I was just like in the back of the
Riding
ride.
along.
Yeah. So
That's sick, though.
that was my first exposure. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. And I was just kind of like debating what I want to do with my life.
What about
right?
the fear? Did you have any fear at all?
Well, I told you, I almost like broke my legs trying to squeeze so I wouldn't pass out. Because I was scared of passing out, scared of puking or whatever. And
Like the embarrassment factor.
Yeah.
But you weren't like afraid being in the plane.
not so much. And I,
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
not so much. I was more of like, oh shit, I don't know what's going to be like and see what goes and just rolling from that kind of thing.
Hell yeah.
So that was like sophomore year. Junior year, I got lucky and I got to go to another aviation tour. So instead of like some guys had to go to a boat for a month, I got to go to an aviation squadron for a month, which was sick. It was a kind of transport category, C-130. It was a C-130 squadron.
Oh, yeah, I love a good C-130, dude.
We got to go to Hawaii with them. They're like, hey, we're going to Hawaii. You want to come? I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good time. It was
Sign
a
me
long
up,
time
dude.
to get there because we stopped in San Diego and went to Hawaii. Got to go to
Did
Hawaii.
you
for
go
like 2
to
days.
Hawaii on a boat?
No,
Okay.
plane. Took the C-130
That's
on
like
over.
a 4-day travel.
Well, I didn't know. You know what I mean? Being in the Navy, they'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, we got some extra boats
that would-
here.
Yeah,
That'd
no.
be
So it was
fucking
all
sick,
all
dude.
flying stuff. I got to fly in a helicopter on that tour also because they
Oh,
like
yeah?
said, hey, there's a helicopter squadron down the street. Go to them. Maybe they'll get you a ride. So I got to ride, fly a helicopter a little bit. And that's when I was like, all right.
Is there a big difference from airplane to helicopter? It's like joystick versus like
all the
Tesla
above. It's
driving
not
around.
even like, it's more than that.
Different. Well, because they take off differently. Air,
Yeah,
air
and
pushing down versus
Helicopter
forward.
also, like you touch one control thing, whether it's rotor or your pedals or your stick, right? It changes something else. You got to add something else. It's a balancing act completely. Plane, you put power, you move forward, you go up, down, left, right.
Sounds like making a good soup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to eat a little
Making
bit of
it-
salt, ocean, and a little more
Yeah,
pepper.
too much
And you
salt.
ratio it out, a little
Yeah,
paprika,
get a little cayenne pepper, a
some
little
cumin
bit
if you
of,
want for the chili,
exactly. There
right?
you
So
go.
did they let you fly the helicopter once it was taken off? Or
Yeah,
did they
so
have you do
we went to a
everything?
spot. He's like, all right, hover. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know how to do this. It was going up and down, you know. Now I'm like
said,
20
"All right,
years old,
hover."
just doing this thing. I'm like, what do you mean just hover? Like, just hover.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
21-year-old kid having a panic
Well, do
attack,
they-
shaking like
Yeah.
I imagine it like driver's ed. Do they have like an extra brake pedal?
Exact
or-
same. Like, he has exact same controls on the other side.
Okay.
So he could just be like, all right, stop. And just take it and like, yeah.
Hey,
Alex,
it's
you're
pretty
getting a
safe.
little-
You're
You're getting a little
Yeah,
too close to
that's
the
cute.
ground.
That's cute. Yeah. And he just pulls it. He's like, let go. And as long as you're not a dipshit and you're like, I have the controls. Like, no. As long as you just let go when he says let go, you're like, all right, we're good.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
So that's when I was like, I want to do aviation. So I put that as my top choice.
At senior year, after your
Senior
packet
year, yeah,
gets
yeah.
all compiled.
Right. And they rank you, and then it's
what were
needs
some of your other choices? If
Marine Corps, Marine Aviation, Naval Flight Officer, which is in like a jet. Goose is an NFO in
Okay.
Top Gun, right? He's the
So
guy
you
in the
would've been
back.
in a fixed-wing jet,
Yeah. Or, yes, I would have been a jet or a bigger plane that
like a bomber or something.
we don't have bombers, but yeah.
Yeah, we've got like.
It's called a P-8. It's maritime plane.
Oh, okay.
You just do more of like the sensors and the mission and not so much of the flying. Zero of the flying.
damn.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll see. So Marine Corps, submarines, and surface warfare. Surface warfare being you're on a boat. Which-
Okay. Ooh. But also very safe, as we spoke before. 'Cause
Decently.
no one messes
Dude,
with our boats.
We gonna get to that.
So
actually, seriously.
So so basically you get done with that and you go to flight school.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah. So you go to flight school. That's in Pensacola, Florida, for the Navy. The first thing they have you do is like a kind of rigorous ground school of like you're just learning stuff and like, all right, we're gonna do aerodynamics 1 and 2, systems 1 and 2, weather, and it's kind of a weed up process, right? Like you have to score a 90 or above on the test, and it's a week long, like 4 days of classes, test, 4 days of classes, test. A good weed up process, and once that's done, like all right, you get your flight suit, you finish that last test, you get a flight suit. They have a flight suit Friday, which is like a big drinking fest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Everybody
good
just
time.
getting slammed in their flight suits.
Seriously, like all these, like I just got my flight suit and now I'm out of the Navy because I fucking did something stupid and I drank too much.
Dude, Jerry's out. He bought a freaking prostitute.
Dude, and it wasn't it was actually the skipper's wife, dude.
We had to cut him. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
No
So
longer
like,
with
did they have like flight sims or anything like that?
This was all just
So-
strictly academic at
Okay,
first.
strictly paper.
Yeah, strictly. It was all academic at first, and then you go to something called primary. Well, they put you in a Cessna for like 15 hours just to be like, can you actually do this shit?
How comfortable are you?
Right.
Yeah,
And some guys actually would get to that and be like, I actually hate this shit.
Yeah,
I don't like being in a plane. I don't like flying. I don't like this at all. And they would peace out.
Before we take off too far, the class.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Yeah.
I did
Take
well.
off too far.
I did well.
So you did well above 90.
Yeah, and then it was one of those things where you're just like, I don't know.
Those are hard classes.
They
You
can
said
be for sure.
aerodynamics
And it wasn't like
Or even
intense.
like learning different terms for like the weather, like it's blowing this
Right, or
at
the
this
pressure
altitude.
systems
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the, pressure systems, all that jazz. They kind of had you had a good group of guys if you were studying with them, and it was just if that's your life, which it is at this point, right? You're a 21-year-old, just graduated college, you have nothing else to do, just freaking focus.
Lock in.
Which is distracting too, because you're also making a lot more money. You're an ensign in the Navy. You're making $60,000-$70,000.
And a lot of people are like, ooh, 60,000. Your entire life is paid for though.
Yeah, I have no debt.
Room and board, no debt.
No
Your
debt.
Meals are paid for. Everything is free.
Exactly. And then we're in Pensacola, Florida, beach town, right?
Yeah.
There's a bar called on the border of Florida and Alabama called Floribama.
Okay.
Maybe you've heard of it, and you can look it up. It's kind of a fun time. It was like, 10 minutes down the road. So you have all these like young college graduates, all like 21. We're all studs, right?
Yeah.
We're in flight school. And we're just going to the bars, boozing, and you're like, all right, well, I should probably focus actually a little bit. So that's actually the trip. Like, as long as you focus, just take it seriously, which, I did my best to. Like, this is my life, I got to take it seriously. Still had a good time, but yeah. You got to focus, right? I think that's the key. You read your stories in school, like, hey, there's some Naval Academy students, went to flight school and then
Got in a bar fight and blew it.
They blew it, and which is common for us Naval Academy guys, because we the school was so like we couldn't leave. We had to live in dorms.
The moment
you get freedom, you're just like, woo, party! Like, no, dude, chill,
fucking
relax,
pump the brakes, daddy.
So it was a good like maturity check, right?
So you get out of there, and now you've got your flight suit,
right?
What's happening
next
now?
is primary. So flying that, but actually a newer, improved model called the Beechcraft T6 Texan.
Was this fuel
2.
injection or carbureted?
That was probably turbine.
Okay.
So if you look up the T6 Texan 2, Jake, whenever you have a chance, you take your time.
The only reason I ask is because like some planes, like our buddy that was flying the plane model.
T6 Texan 2.
T6 Texas.
But our buddy that was flying in the plane that crashed, it was a carburetor, so he was going at too much of an incline.
He
Fuel
lost
cut
all
off.
the fuel.
Yeah.
So this is a turbine aircraft. So you hop in this thing, dude. I've flown, 15 hours in a Cessna.
Ooh.
You hop in this thing. It's like 1,100 horsepower turbine engine, ejection seats. You're wearing oxygen because you're going up, right?
Above 30.
You're going above. We went to 30, but you're usually going above at least 10. 10 is usually when you start needing oxygen.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But ejection seat, this thing's a freaking like hot rod. I still remember my first flight. I'm like, Brom! This thing's going nuts. And the guy's like, hey, don't fly in the clouds. I'm like, what? I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't fly in the clouds.
Seriously, I was like, ah! He's like, we're VFR. I'm like, what the fuck is VFR? Which is visual flight rules, which means you have to be able to see where you're going, as opposed to instrument flight rules, which is you don't need to see. But it's different rules, different like things you got to do. He's like, we're VFR. I'm like, what? Exactly. I'm like, I don't. And you're strapping this thing on, dude, and it's ejection seat. You're like, what the fuck? Like, you're getting in your seat, like, don't nose that movements.
Yeah.
Please don't eject right now.
I've seen like pictures of like the battle scars.
Did they make you inject at all in school?
No, they do like some training on it. Like, hey, this is what a little simulation of what it might feel like. They don't actually have you parachute like they used to do. They'd tie you up on a parachute, tie you up to a truck, and the truck would start hauling ass. So you're like, oh, I'm flying.
You're like
parasailing, right?
By an F-150.
Right, exactly.
You're like, dude, this is the white trashiest thing.
We got a Ford Raptor out here.
Now we're going, boys.
United States Navy. Oh my god.
But they didn't do that for us. All they did, and that was like to practice like parachute fall landing, they call it, where you don't break your knees when you fall.
Yeah.
And then there's another part where they would literally drag you, and you had to unclip. Just so you're like, if you landed,
your shoes
and you're
taken
still being
off.
pulled, you got to learn how to unclip, or else you're like off, Who knows?
So
where.
I wonder the VFR, right?
Yeah,
VFR is what it was. Visually what?
Visual flight rules.
Visual.
It's
flight
kind of like a
rules.
drone pilot on the ground. You got to
that
have
why-
eyesight on the drone.
Is that the same reason? Like I went skydiving. They won't let you skydive through clouds.
Probably. That's a good. That's probably a good reason.
As like an introduction, because like we jumped at like 14,000 feet. VFR. Here's the Webster's dictionary. Are regulations that permit pilots to fly using visual navigation in good weather
So
conditions.
the see and avoid part I like. So as a jumping out of a plane, if you can't see and avoid, there could be a plane under you. You have no idea. All of a sudden, plap, right? So
Yeah.
same thing premise with a plane. If I'm in the clouds, but I'm not, when you're in instrument flight rules, you're talking to ATC. They know where you
You
are.
have a fucking thing that shows you where.
You don't need that, but
okay.
ATC knows where you are. You're on a strict like, hey, I'm going from this point to that point to this point,
Azimuth and yeah.
or point to point. They know exactly where you are theoretically, right?
Yeah.
And they know where other aircraft are, and they separate everybody. So this is how it is in commercial aviation. You're 1,000 feet separated, X amount of miles away separated.
Yeah.
So that's when it's an IFR conditions. And
Okay.
even though it's like broad daylight outside for commercial aviation, like when I go in the 737, I can see freaking from here to, Texas.
Yeah.
But it's still IFR, so because they make sure everything's controlled. Hey, this guy's at this altitude, this guy's at this altitude, this guy's over here, this guy's over there.
and all the drones are at 400 feet.
Right. Hey, we're coming in. Oh, shit, we're coming to land. There's a drone.
What the?
Yeah.
As a pilot, can you see like a drone? Because they're emitting like a radio frequency or whatever. So can you tell that like there's something in the
Good
airspace?
question. I haven't seen that, and a lot of times with airports, I only know a little bit. My brother-in-law has a DJI. I think like when he tried to take it off at my in-laws' house, they're not too far from Evansville's airport.
Yeah, it won't let you.
It won't let you.
Or
Like, hey, you're in
sometime-
Class C
unless you
airspace. You're not
have
allowed.
Approved permission. Yeah, I
Exactly what you
remember-
need.
And then like I had one of the older drones before the flight rules, and I went to like Wrights Hill. And like I flew it for the Wrights Bowl to get the whole thing up. And
It got to a certain
at
altitude.
400 feet, it was like, hey, you're breaking the law if you want to
You're
go
getting into
higher.
airspace here,
And you
yeah.
just hit accept, and then you can go higher. But that was back in the day.
F-16s are scrambled. Just kidding.
Yeah,
They don't care that much here.
Triangulating your location.
But like, we had a guy on Evansville Aerial. Shout out to him who what's the festival? I'm blanking.
The West
on.
Street,
Fall Festival.
Yeah, the
Fall
Fall
Fest.
Fest.
West
When they do that,
West Side.
It's
Yeah.
they close the airspace and you have to get permission to take
drone
off.
up? Okay.
Yeah. And he was talking about like there was like 2 or 3 people arrested this year
Because
at
they're
the Fall
doing it?
Festival because they're flying drones without permission.
Gotcha.
They're
Yeah.
able now. The EPD.
God bless you.
Thank you. The EPD is able, for whatever reason, they've got the communication.
It's a radio frequency.
Yeah,
being
they can
sent out.
now triangulate
Yeah.
the remote.
So yeah.
So they find the drone, and then
So they have to
triangulate
transmit.
the person.
So we have the same thing in
Yeah.
planes. It's called a transponder.
Okay.
I don't know what the radio. I'm not drone savvy.
Right.
That's the same thing as a flight box or the black box.
No, the black box is a recorder.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
Transponder is it's a certain code assigned to your plane, and it shoots out to ATC, so they know exactly. Hey, your transponder code is 3232,
Yeah.
and they say, oh, that's airline 2212 flight going from Dallas or Houston to Pittsburgh.
Gotcha.
Right, so they know what your flight plan is. They click your button. They click your on the screen. They click
But you as a
3232.
pilot can turn that on or off, right? Didn't that happen
True.
during 9/11 where like they turned
They probably
off a
turned it off. Yeah,
transponder?
exactly.
Oh,
yeah, you
they
can turn
did.
it off.
They went off. They went dark.
You're
So
right.
they didn't have them on.
I imagine if you go dark now, they still have radar, so they can actually see like your blip, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
doop.
Absolutely.
I imagine if you turned it off, there would be some questions asked,
Right.
and if
Well, there
if
were.
you continue not to respond, more questions are asked.
That's actually. I'm so glad you said that because one of the most recent documentaries they cut loose.
The
in, like,
Tucker Carlson one.
No, it was like 2020, 2021. But they were talking about how the transponders on all 3 or 4 planes.
they all got turned off.
Yeah, they all flipped. There was 4 planes, and they all flipped off.
Hypothetically.
They did though, and then when they found the planes that were like, oh, these are the 2 that are flipped off, and one had left New Jersey and was going to fucking Iowa, and the other one had left New York and was going to Texas, and then they found them on the radar, and
and they were like opposite direction.
they were like, oh, they're coming back to
Yeah.
New York. That is
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Gotcha.
actually What a smart question, Tom.
Anyways, I want to go to like I know I'm gonna skip ahead in the time, but
That's all good.
Did they have you fly like any other planes? Like, did they have you take off from an aircraft carrier?
No,
or-
didn't have to do that. So after you do primary in that plane, right, with the ejection seat and everything,
Yeah.
you get your grades and say, all right, once again, Navy, what do you want to do? And after flying the helicopter before, I was like, dude, I kind of like the helicopter. You're low to the ground, you see everything. I was still a little skeptical about like if I'm gonna enjoy flying super high. There's a little bit of like a fear factor in there. I'm like, so I'll just do this helicopter thing. I think it'll be enjoyable. So I chose helicopters, and then they put you in a little tiny trainer helicopter. It's called a Jet Bell Ranger.
Okay.
Sorry, a Bell Jet Ranger. Ugh. A Bell is a helicopter company. It's like the most common helicopter you'll see in the world almost.
Okay.
It's using like all bunch of movie sets and whatnot.
I'm just seeing like Grand Theft Auto, like a 2-person helicopter.
A little bigger. That's probably like a Robinson in Grand Theft Auto, which is like a tiny little thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a Kiowa.
How does
Pretty
a
close to
picture
Kiowa.
like
It's a
rich
longer thing.
billionaire,
Just
like-
a Bell Jet Ranger, Jake, when you got a chance. So they put you in that, and then you learn how to fly a helicopter.
Bell Jet,
which is different
Ranger.
because, like you said, you have foot pedals in a helicopter,
Which you have foot pedals, Bell 206.
Yeah. That's like the one from Jurassic Park.
Right?
Fuck
It's
yeah,
pretty
dude.
common helicopter, right? You see it a lot. It's in news, helicopters.
I think the Indiana State Police are now using helicopters to patrol.
Hell yeah.
That's hot.
Maybe I
dude.
got a new job there. I don't know.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, dude. Hell yeah.
Air evac, yeah. Air evac, they fly different ones, but for sure.
That's nice though. So this is the company. This is like
This is what you trained on.
This is what I trained on.
but it's a you said it wasn't the real helicopter. It's like a thing.
Not sure.
I'm trying to
Simulator?
think,
Not a
like-
simulator.
Yeah, it
It's
was
a real thing.
Oh,
No,
was?
we actually hop in this.
Oh,
so
so
after
they
you do all
put
the
you in the
flying
real
and stuff,
bird.
yeah,
Oh,
you do
okay.
some simulator stuff, but it was
Okay,
pretty archaic kind of things.
They don't actually like move now. I watched a reel the other day of a guy playing like a air flight simulator.
Yeah.
He's like doing barrel rolls and
And
the
the
whole
things-
sim
oh, yeah.
spinning and everything.
Some do, some don't. The ones with this weren't. They were kind of old. They're more like procedural trainers. Like, all right, where's this switch? Where's that? If you have to do this, how are you going to do it? So you fly this, and then once again, the Navy's like, all right, you have 3 options of what to fly in the Navy. The 60 Romeo, 60 Sierra, or the 53, which is you might know the 53. Sea Stallion. Is that what you called it? Oh, no, you're not Marine Corps.
Army.
Yeah.
Chinooks and Blackhawks, Daddy.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
So the 53 is a big Mongo thing. The Navy uses it for different reasons. I chose the 60. I think I wanted the 60 Sierra, but I got the 60 Romeo.
60 Romeo. Let's see both of these. Let's see.
Try MH60.
MH60.
Yeah.
MH Mark Hotel. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's basically a Blackhawk.
Yeah, it's
dude.
the Navy's version of the Blackhawk, right?
Dude, why
so-
are you guys copying our shit?
I know,
bro?
sorry, bro. We call it the Seahawk.
Yeah, dude. Shows how good you guys are. at
What
homework.
would be the difference between this and a Blackhawk other than the color?
The capabilities, what it has. So the Sierra, you see the tail wheels all the way at the back? That's closest to, hit that verse Romeo one. That's closest to the Blackhawk, right? So the tail wheel on the way back. The Romeo, our tail wheel is more in the middle. What is it, the 6th picture over to the right?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, see how that tail wheel's in the middle? We were very sensor heavy. So the Sierra was like passenger transport, could carry lots of guns and missiles and stuff,
That's
but
my shit.
not
I
a lot
like
of
that.
sensors,
I
right?
like that.
The Romeo, we had radar, FLIR, we could shoot sonobuoys. See those little holes on the side there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are all sonobuoy launchers.
Oh, no shit.
So you could shoot sonobuoys.
Is that like a sonobuoy is just like a flare?
No,
Or-
sonobuoys acoustics to listen
sea
to submarines.
submarines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so they go into the water and they listen.
That's
Or
hot.
they could shoot acoustic noise, right, and then
Specifically
get
to
it
look
back.
for Russians.
Exactly. Only Russians.
yeah,
Because they only do one ping. It's weird.
Hell yeah.
Red
That's
Hunt for
what's
Red October. Hunt for Red October. So it's easy to find them. Like, one ping, we got them. We
Yeah.
got the Ruskies.
Yeah. Ruskies.
We had, so our mission was very much like everything maritime. So we take off from the ship.
Nice.
So after you go to like, you finish that little helicopter, you go to this helicopter, another year of training on this thing specifically. How to fly it, not only, but then how to do the tactics. So a lot of tactical
Different
prowess.
formations.
Not so much that.
Oh,
using
really?
the sensors. So, hey, how do you use the radar? Hey, how do you use the sonar? And you have the guy in the back who's like the SME or the subject matter expert on it. He's the one who really knows how to use the sensors. You're just there to like any good officer, supervise. right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, try this thing. Oh yeah, sir, it's working really well. Like, yeah, damn right it is.
Yeah.
So
Or
you have
if,
to have like
he's struggling with one part, you can do.
you can take over, right? I could take. He's like, hey, dude, run the radar in the back. I'll take the FLIR.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, sir, I got some cues. You hey Q SO, and then the FLIR snaps to it like, oh, dude, that looks like a fishing boat. Okay, next thing.
Yeah.
QSO, boom. All right. Oh shit, that's a
There's
battleship.
some Venezuelans bringing in
Yeah.
drugs. Let's
Get him, get him.
Sink 'em.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hegseth. Yes, sir. All right, yeah, got it.
How long did you do that for?
So after a year of training on that, I was on this for just about the rest of my Navy career.
Follow-up question.
Sure.
This is a two-part question. How long did you do that for? And then, so roughly how many years?
I did 10 and a half total years in the Navy, 2 years of early flight school, and then let's say 7 years flying that.
Follow-up question.
Okay.
Aliens?
I have no idea.
Never saw anything?
Never saw anything.
Okay, I got to
Yeah.
check.
Sorry.
So,
A lot of maritime alien shit happening.
Yeah, no,
I gotta
I've
check
seen
in.
those videos,
I
right?
got to check in, dude, with the little pills fucking flying
So
over the Atlantic.
what? Like your first deployment? Is that
Yeah.
on one of these?
Yes. So first deployment, I finished they call it the FRS, Fleet Replacement Squadron, where you train on this thing, right? You learn all your tactics.
Oh, yeah.
I got to my first final C Squadron. Like after 3 years of being in the Navy, they're like, all right, you're going to deploy, do some Navy shit here now. And so I got there in like January. They were deploying in June. So I had 6 months to kind of get up to speed with the squadron. We went to Fallon, Nevada, where the new Top Gun school is.
Oh, yeah.
So it's where we go to like kind of get ready with the carrier squadron with the jets and coordinate. And we go like, all right, guys, drop bombs here. Go, go, go. Right. We could kind of do that as part of a mission set because we had all these sensors, right? And then, yeah, my first deployment started in June of 2016.
Where'd you go?
Middle East.
Middle
So you
East,
just kind
nice.
of go on a boat.
Hanging
you
out
go
in the Gulf.
transatlantic, Gulf of Arabia.
And they didn't
Dude.
have like any heat-seeking stuff. It was just like RPG. Like, did you get shot at?
No, yes and no. Here.
Okay.
So when I say Middle East, we never went feet dry. We were just over the water, right? So our job was to take off from the boat that we were attached with, do like a 50-mile radius around it, maybe, and then just like, hey, identify every single ship that we see on radar, and say, hey, ship, here's this thing, and he
Who
puts
are
it
you?
into his log.
Yeah.
Hey, ship, our ship. Hey, ship, here's this guy. All right, cool. Hey, this.
Oh, you're not communicating with that shit.
No. We're communicating
just
back with our
marking.
guys. Yeah,
Oh,
we
nice.
mark them, and so we have a full
You're like,
picture.
we got some Somalians on a boat
Yeah.
coming up close.
Dude, so this deployment was actually kind of awesome because the whole carrier strike group goes, and we go across the Atlantic, we go to the Mediterranean, we have a couple port stops. My ship kind of left behind. So the carrier strike group goes to the Gulf of Arabia. We stayed like Gulf of Oman, near Somalia. We were in Somalia, and we got some Coast Guard guys on board, and it was kind of like Coast Guard SEAL Team 6. They're called interdiction unit, air interdiction units.
Oh, that's a thing?
That's
Yeah.
a weird first name.
Was it? Oh, I don't think it was air. It was AIT, Advanced Interdiction Troop, or something like that.
Okay.
Um,
There's interdiction.
there's some interdiction. Type in Coast Guard after that.
That's all we
AIT.
know.
There you go. Advanced Interdiction Team. Thank you. Yeah, so that was AIT, Coast Guard's Maritime. So we got them on board our ship, and their job was because of like laws and stuff. They could actually board ships and see stuff and take care of stuff.
Oh, these are the homies that are like getting the pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
dude.
them? Okay.
Yeah, that's hot. Dude, God bless you. I don't know anything about the Coast Guard. God bless them.
This is cool.
These dudes are dope.
So these guys were badass. So they'd be on our
Hell yeah.
ship, and we'd have the precision marksman in our helicopter, and he was like
yeah.
for sniper overwatch. As his buddies are boarding, he'd be up in our helicopter, we're circling around. So that was one thing we did. And then the big like climax of this deployment was while we're over on the coast of Somalia. This was in 2016. Houthi rebels from Yemen, they shot a Saudi Arabian ship, like a maritime vessel from Saudi Arabia. So it was like all hands on board, go to the Red Sea. So we went to the Red Sea to kind of like, because it's a shipping lane. So if they're just lobbing missiles, we need to frickin' be there and make sure we're not bothering the rest of the shipping vessels they're kind of going through.
Yeah.
And my ship was shot at 3 separate times on that deployment.
With missiles?
Yeah. So you look up USS Mason 2016, see what pops up. I don't
Were
know.
these air missile?
I think they said they were Charlie 802s, which was like a surface to surface missile.
USS Mason.
2016?
2016. Yeah, let's pop this puppy up.
Yeah.
Boy.
There you go. 3 missiles to defend. So
October 11th.
yeah.
U.S. Mason.
So this was the ship I was on, and I'll still never forget like the first time we were shot at. I was just walking through the halls, and we hear vampire, vampire, which is like a brevity word. I wouldn't say it's like a code word. It's just like instead of saying, we're being shot at, they just say vampire, which means missile inbound.
Get your garlic, folks.
Right? And I was
yeah.
like, what the fuck? And the XO of the boat runs out to go to like combat control. I'm like, the fuck? Like, this is real shit. So
it's not a
this
drill.
was like day one of 3 separate occasions.
Did they not follow up with vampire? Not a drill.
They might.
So
I think they did. I think
Okay.
they
You
did.
can see in the photo too, like the wheel is in the middle of the cab. Way better
So
than this one.
these are actually 53s, the big ones.
Oh, okay.
So these are from the Ponce, which was like a ship that was around there. Yeah, these are the big ones we could have flown. The Marines fly this one mostly.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, so we were shot at 3 separate times at deployment. I was this close to launching to go shoot back at one of the guys who shot at us.
Oh, how hot would that have
I
been?
was so ready.
Oh, my God. Your freedom just...
It was my freedom boner was ready
Just
to go.
fired
yeah.
up, dude. Just fired up.
Do they typically, like, as the boat's going through the ocean, are there normally like 4 helicopters flying?
No,
in
this was
formation?
probably, I don't know, April 11, 26. This was before then. This was just them, I don't know, photo shoot. This is a typical
Gotcha.
They were
publicity stunt.
like, go up there and do some cool shit, guys.
Exactly.
How long does it take to refuel one of these?
Those, I don't know. For us, it was like, I don't know, 10-minute thing. We took about 3,000 pounds
Like a
of gas.
NASCAR pit stop. You're they're trained
you
for
kind of get
efficiency.
on, chain them up. So we'd get chains on when we're on the deck of the ship because the ship's like rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Just make sure we don't,
You don't want to go rolling off.
Yeah, that
dude.
would suck.
Yeah, not a good... not a good
And then they
deal.
fuel up probably 10 minutes or so.
Is there like a different takeoff for like the air of the ocean? Because like I know you get by the ocean and the air
sure,
can
yeah.
fluctuate. So is it like
So the ship has to kind of, ideally, they're into the wind. So if the wind's coming, from this direction, turn the ship here, so you have more airflow. And the ship's moving forward too, so you have even more airflow. It creates like a synthetic airflow.
Yeah, I get you. It's kind of like scooting underneath your wings.
how long
Right.
does it take for a ship to change position? Because they're massive.
Yeah.
That ours was not as big. I don't know if they show a picture of the Mason. It's a smaller destroyer. If you want to just find,
Did you see the
USS
Chinese
Mason
came out
images?
with a magnetic launch instead of what
We have that
use for
too.
launch? Okay.
So one of our carriers has the USS Ford has the magnetic launch, where it's magnets pulling the shit the plane forward.
That's wild.
So for us, we just needed enough airflow, and then we'd pick up, and then the airflow would kind of. So yeah, our ship was not big.
Okay.
Oh,
I see,
yeah. It's just like a...
It's a wee little lad.
Yeah, I got a boat like that I fish
Right.
off of, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna put one of those in my bathtub.
that's
Wow.
nothing, dude.
Just take a bubble bath.
Hell yeah, Braden's got one of these boats, dude. No, that's sick, dude.
So on the very back, see that's flat in the back?
Yeah.
That's where the helicopter takes on and off.
How many helicopters are on that boat?
2.
2?
Yeah, a max of 2.
So one in the bow and one in the stern?
No, there's you see on that picture, there's like 2 doors looking up. Sorry, I'm pointing. You guys can't tell. Move a little up and right. The back, see the back of the boat? A little more to the right, a little more to the right. One more right. There. See, there's like 2 doors. Those are hangars. So the helicopter lands in the middle, and then it gets on a track, and it
Pulls
goes
it in
and
the
it
bay.
goes in. Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
So when we landed, we had this little probe come out, and we had to land the probe like in a square, and the square claps. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm very good at this.
very
I have
fired
4
up.
kids.
Very fired up right now.
So there's no hair on the probe.
Yeah, Jake's not a big
and neither
fan.
confirm nor deny.
Yeah, Jake's not a big fan of hair on the probe.
So it gets in the track, and you move it, and you kind of it wheels on in.
Okay. Yanks it in there, and then the second bird can then land, and then the second
We
bird
never would launch both at the same time.
Oh, really?
Because let's say we launch both, and there's a lot of like things that have to happen to launch both. You have to have a contingency. Say we launch both. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm out of gas. Like, oh, okay, let me come in for gas. Like, hey, you're taking too long. Yeah, we broke. Sorry, bro. And like, I'm out of gas.
Right.
Where am I supposed to go? Like, oh, you got to go way the fuck over there.
Yeah.
So we would only just launch one at a time. But it was for efficiency of like maintenance, right? Every
Yeah,
200
yeah.
hours, you got to do a lot of maintenance on them.
No, that checks
Or
out.
one thing's broken on one bird, you can take it to the other, or
How
just take off the other.
hours of flight in the military do you think you have versus now in
Or
commercial?
do you know that number exactly by
I
chance?
probably have like 1,100 total. I had maybe like 1,150, 1,200 total in the military. 1,000 at least in a Blackhawk, Seahawk. And I'm already at 1,000 at my current airline.
Ooh, that's what they called it, the Seahawk?
Yeah.
Nice.
He
suppose-
said this
I
like
suppose-
3 times.
As opposed to the Blackhawk.
Well, first off,
You're
Tom,
cut off.
He said 2 times, so I missed it the first time. I apologize. I also thought he was damn Air Force when he opened up the damn
That's true.
I'm
He is
so
very
bad at this,
confused.
dude. Yeah, I'm very confused.
No, you're good.
It's been a long weekend for me, dude. I'm on minimal sleep.
That's what happens when you go hunting and don't get anything.
Yeah, and then I had to go to church this morning too, and it's just like
He almost got stranded at my house last night. He's like, "Yeah, there's Ubers out here in Boonville."
No, there's not.
Dog. You can get Ubers to Boonville,
And then
but
they
not
ain't taking you
from.
back.
Yeah. God, and the worst part is I had like 2 beers. I could have drove. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, you
dude,
should have driven.
I was out there all night for like 4 hours. Like, dude, I
Just waiting for an Uber?
should have just drove. No, like the whole night I was out there for 4 hours, had 2 beers. I had someone my wife dropped me off. I was like,
Gotcha.
fuck, I should have just drove.
Just driven. Yeah.
Can we take a pee break real fast? Wow.
I don't disagree. So one of so right before I was supposed to launch, that night before I thought I was
for the
maybe
fire mission
to go kill bad guys who shot at us. It was another time where we're like a vampire. So we're like, oh shit. We like gather into the galley. Like, all right, what's your job? Like, what's your job? Like, all right, well, how can I help? Like, dude, you got to go to bed. You're first on the schedule tomorrow. So pilots, will give a shit about this. Like,
What do you do to sleep then?
exactly, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of amped up.
Yeah.
But like, dude, you're first on the schedule tomorrow. You got to get your rest because everyone makes fun of pilots. You need your 8 hours of rest. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm flying like in the air. You're just sitting on ground, all right? Leave me alone.
Yeah. You relax.
Right?
Enjoy
So-
your float, my
Right,
guy.
yeah. I'm going.
Seaman.
I'm working against gravity right now. I don't know. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
So I just remember, dude, this was kind of a harrowing thing. I remember falling asleep or going to bed, and my bunk was like along the water line, or very close to it.
Yeah.
So I remember hearing the water line, and then simultaneously,
you can hear it.
yeah, as the boat's moving, right, and you just kind of hear like water running along.
Dude, I would sleep like a fucking baby.
It's actually kind of awesome sleeping because you're in this little like cocoon.
Yeah.
It's like a little coffin size.
you
You put
just
it, you
have
close
that
your curtain. Yeah, you just hear right.
Oh, dude.
But the next thing I heard was our defense missiles launching.
problem.
Which was like, both water line, missile, me, dead, right? Exactly. Got a problem, right? Dude, so it was kind of a surreal thing to think about. Like, I'm going to bed. I hear our missiles launching, but I got to go to bed because I got to maybe do something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, hope I survive the night. Like, in kind of the contingency plans. Like, if we get hit, like, how do I get up the stairs as fast as I can to get above the water, right? It's something to think back on, which I kind of always like telling when I talk about this is like, it was kind of intense. I'm not saying I'm like a war hero. I was in Fallujah. I was getting shot at with bullets whizzing by my head. It's about as close as I got to it.
This is an integral. A lot of vets can relate to this. What you're explaining, though, how you had that contingency plan rolling in your head.
Well, a lot of that I think is like the key point is like the fear of the possibility. You know what I mean? That alone, like
I don't like the word
based on-
fear.
based on like
yeah.
psychology of being like on high alert or like having that constant need of like preparedness.
Yeah. Do you keep? Well, what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted was, do you?
You're welcome.
keep
You want me
that-
to do it again?
Do you keep that with you today? Do you think about things like that?
Probably too much.
Right.
I think I'm too cynical where I'm like waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you can never be kind of comfortable of like, all right, yeah, dude. I was talking to someone the other day about monetary things. He's like, dude, your money's probably going to go up. It's gone up every year of your life pretty much. I'm like, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, it's called inflation.
Yeah, right. I'm like, yeah, I've been blessed enough to like in the military, your pay goes up every 2 years, whatever. You get a promotion, whatever, blah, 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 shit like that. He's like, well, it's gone up every time, right? I'm like, yeah, but what if?
Yeah. What if it don't?
That what if coming through my head all the time is kind of like, it can be debilitating because what if is a very dangerous, it's like, I find it to be the root of anxiety. It's like what anxiety feeds off of, like, what if? What if you fall and break your leg? What are you gonna do now? I'm like, I don't know. Why are you why is this even a fear of mine right now? I'm sitting in my chair. I'm like, why? Leave me the fuck alone.
What if
brain?
your femur explodes into 1,000 pieces? And you're like, well, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah,
I was having a good day until you started
Right?
talking.
Like, what if you have a stroke right now? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck. What if I? Damn
What
it.
do we do?
But yeah,
No, I
probably
just-
too much.
I was
right?
curious if you think about that. Like, I think about that shit all the time. Like, what is the quickest way out of here? And if that's blocked,
There's-
I know where to go elsewhere to get out of this building. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
shit
there's
like
that too for sure, and I'm a little too aware
Yeah.
sometimes where you can't relax a little bit.
I swear.
What,
I notice too much. My wife's like, "Calm down." I'm like, yeah, but look at that person over there.
What was the rest of that story? Like you got the defense missiles going on.
So the defense was going on. I wake up the next morning. They're like, "Hey, we have some intel on a ship that shot at us. We know where it is." I'm like, "Fuck yes,
Let's go.
let's go!" And I'm in the helicopter. We're spinning, and we're about to take off. We're loaded with 4 Hellfire, ready to rock and roll. Right?
Yeah.
And they come up like, "Hey, it looks like that ship that we had eyes on. It's about 200 miles away." Which we had SOPs, standard operating
Out of
procedures.
range.
out of range. We couldn't get there and back.
What was
with
your range?
150 ship to ship. Right? You're like, "Argh." It's like, we'll wait to see if he comes out of his little hiding spot, and he comes out, and we'll go get him.
What's the range on a Hellfire?
8,000 meters is probably tops.
Okay.
Wow, how did I remember that?
That's just south of 2 miles.
2 miles,
That's a
yeah.
long jog.
I think
dude.
that's about right, if I'm what I remember correctly.
Holy smokes, boy. I'm curious. Look this up. Go to all. I want to know the range. It's actually 4 to 7 miles,
Okay.
7 to 11 kilometers. So you weren't wrong. 8,000 kilometers is.
You know what? Maybe I was thinking kilometers. Now I don't remember.
Oh yeah, because you said feet, and
I said meters.
meters, which is
Yeah.
basically a kilometer.
Yeah.
Meter.
1,000.
What did I say? 8 kilometers?
No, I thought you said feet.
I might have said 8,000 meters, which is 8
We're tripping.
kilometers.
But anyways,
I wasn't too off.
Science says 4 to 7 miles. Thank you, Google AI.
No,
for
8,000 meters, 8 kilometers is 4 miles ish.
Yeah,
so
I
I
was
wasn't
wrong.
wrong. I think
I
that
was
was like
wrong.
our optimum shooting range was
Yeah.
that.
So there wasn't like a real sticky situation that you experienced.
That time, no. So we didn't launch. We were shot. Dude, the next day, we're shot at again. This was kind of funny. We're like in a kind of high transit area. And as we were chained to the deck, our guy in the tower is like, hey, look out your right window. So we swapped the FLIR over there because we're on the deck. And these guys in a boat, like a little like fishing boat, just like kind of circling our boat. We're like, the fuck?
What are we
Like,
doing here,
can we
guys?
get off the deck or else we get shot at?
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, they could just be like, hey, RPG,
Yeah.
we can't move. It's like, can we? And we literally told our guy in the back, yo, dude, lock and load. Let's get going. Let's see what happens. We don't know. It's a very like high pressure situation. This had never
yeah.
really happened in the Navy before then.
Yeah, you're secluded to this boat. Like,
Right.
You have a
And-
finite amount of space.
And we're literally chained to it in the helicopter. Like, we can't just like, oh, get out of the way. Like, no, like, can you get the chains off? Can we get going? And it was just kind of wild. It was just high pressure, high tense. Everything was like high alert. The guy I was flying with that day, I think he's like, dude, I just saw a missile fly by. I was like, there was a missile and not like a bird on the FLIR, because we're just scanning the FLIR, like
seagull or something.
exactly. I'm like, it was just very tense.
That's fucking wild, dude.
So that was highlight of that deployment, minus going to Northern Ireland later that year, which was very fun.
Northern Ireland?
Yeah, Derry, like where the Titanic was built.
Oh shit! Okay, I've never been to Ireland. I
dude.
want to go.
Ireland is a low key, probably like best deployment spot in the Navy because they all speak your language and they think you're exotic.
Well,
Like,
they all speak your language until like 5 p.m. their time.
when they hit the bars.
Yeah.
No, but it was great. The girls were like, "Oh, we love your accent." I'm like, "What accent?
Yeah.
You mean like this one? What you talking about?"
Yeah. Hadn't seen you in dog's age.
we're going to edit that one
You
out.
get it. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't say dog's age anymore.
Right, that's bad.
That's crazy. How long did you spend in Northern Ireland?
That was like
Ireland.
a 4-day port call probably, but it was legit.
yeah.
They had like a celebration for us. It was right around Christmas, so when we went to the bars, it was like the last day of all the teachers at school, so they all hit the bars too.
Oh
it
yeah,
was a
dude.
good time.
Did you meet your wife while you were in the Navy?
Yes,
In Northern
not
Ireland?
in Northern Ireland. I knew you were going with that one. Funny story how I met her. If you guys want this story,
Yeah.
it's a good story. I was interested in a girl. Went to visit her in Nashville.
Okay.
Said girl's roommate is now my wife.
Weird.
Is my now wife, I guess.
How
I
does
should say
that
better.
work out?
Just kind of magic, right? So this girl, I was interested in her. I tried to date her a couple times before. I was like, just always the one that kind of got away. And for whatever reason, when I went to visit her, I was like, I'm just not feeling the chemistry. Like, I'm sorry. I was hoping for
she
more.
Was entertaining it, right?
We were both like feeling it out. Like that's why I went to visit her. And as soon as I went and visited her, I was like, I'm just not feeling this chemistry too well. And that same weekend I visited her, my wife was kind of third wheeling the whole time because this girl was like, can you just hang out with us for a little bit? I know this guy, but not that well.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, sure, I got nothing
I'm
going.
not really feeling it.
Yeah, right. Maybe this is why I didn't feel any chemistry. So my wife third wheeled the whole time, and I just remember being like, everything was that my wife did was cool. I was like, that's awesome. She's like, I love the military. I'm like, I'm in the military.
Yeah, she starts tap dancing. You're like, I love tap dancing.
Kind of stuff like that.
This is fucking
No,
sick.
like we were like, I was a bit of an acapella nerd then in that
No
age of my
way,
life.
dude.
Loved acapella. I don't know, it was weird. It was like
Hell
a phase
yeah.
of life.
The Tone Rangers? Hell yeah, dude. I'm here for it.
I don't. Okay, Tone Rangers. I
Tone
didn't hear
Rangers.
this.
That's
Who are they?
the breakup reference for all.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about like the different color tones of the Power Rangers.
Nope. never
Wow.
mind. It was a poor reference.
That's like
but you
grayscale Power Rangers.
Like primary.
so
know.
you can still sing.
yeah, not right now. I got a shitty voice right now.
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're coming off the cold.
Coming out the cold. No, I loved acapella. There was what was that show? The Sing Off. Was that what it's called? It was like an acapella group.
Okay.
But I heard about like Straight No Chase. Anyways, I'm big into like acapella. My wife's like, oh, I was part of that. I led the acapella group in college. I was like, marry me. Marry me.
Stop talking. Have my children.
So when you would go out, like I think it's always interesting to bring up to like military guys that found their spouse in the military. Like we talked with Paul, like their wives are low key a part of like the military, even though like they still serve, but they serve at home, like making
Very
sure
true.
the houses maintain kids and all that. Like you clearly didn't have necessarily maybe that.
I never deployed while we were that's a lie. Sorry. I deployed for 1 3-month deployment while we were dating, and then for like a little month here and there while we were still dating. But never when we were married or had kids did I deploy. I just got the timing of it all worked out. I got to a shore tour where I was instructing, and then to the command where Paul was.
What's like instructing like? Because that's got to be interesting.
Dude,
like
it's so
like
fun.
I've been in the bird for X amount of years.
You're pretty
and now
expert
you're
at it
training the
now,
next
right?
course.
And you're training the next guys in the Seahawk. It was just so much
They're
fun.
holding your pocket now.
Why are
Yes.
we here for the pocket holding dependapod?
I disagree with at least my wife. Yeah, not my wife. Not my wife.
Is this something
You never heard this?
I'm only now learning about.
It's like the women who are like, my husband. Do you know who he is? Like, no, ma'am. When they go to the gate, like, my husband's an E6.
Yeah.
And the guy's like,
Staff Sergeant Johnson.
right. Do you know who he is? The guy's
Never
like,
heard of him.
nope, never heard of him.
No, ma'am. And with all due respect, I'm gonna need you to put some pants on.
Or please, just something not so skin tight.
We can see everything,
And we do not want to.
Yeah.
Anyways. You never heard Dependapod? Oh, it's good. It's good. Or just Dependa for short. Dependa for short. Terrible.
The Dependa
so funny, dude.
Well, can I close the loop
Yeah,
on my
yeah,
wife's
yeah,
story?
yeah.
So she's third wheeled with us, and me and this one girl, we talk like, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So I leave that weekend. I'm like, I'm never going to see that one girl again, my wife.
The third
like,
wheel.
The
You're like,
third wheel.
damn,
She was awesome, but I can't ask for her number. That's just
Yeah.
not cool.
That's rude.
Very, very rude.
Yeah.
So she texted me, though, out of the blue a year after that.
What the?
Right when I got back from that deployment.
The odds.
Seriously.
The odds.
And what the backstory on that was
And the balls your wife had to
true.
have to go to her friend who
She didn't quite do that. It was close. Though.
Oh, she like snuck out of her cell phone. Like
Almost. No, her friend to her credit was like, hey, is there anyone you've been wanting to date? You haven't dated anyone or whatever, anyone interested? My wife apparently she was like this. She was like, oh, someone like that guy Alex. Even though I know she really was like, oh, please, that boy Alex, I need his number.
Yeah, the acapella Navy boy.
Yeah, give it to me. To her credit, though, her friend gave her my number, and he's like, "Hey, he just got back from deployment.
Oh,
Here's his number. Give him a text." So, to her credit, to Leah, my wife's credit, like she had the balls, like you said, to shoot me a text, like, "Hey, it's Leah." I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
Shout out to Leah, dude.
dude,
That's
for
sick.
sure." And it was like great God timing. I was like kind of coming back to my faith strong, and I was like in a really good place, like morally and I guess emotionally, right?
Yeah.
When you kind of fall away from your foundation, you're kind of floating and just grasping. I dated a girl that entire deployment. And when I came back, I'm like, why did I date her? It was just stupid.
I just need somebody to write me letters.
Boom.
That's
Seriously.
but to your point, though,
I was the dependent of that relationship. I'm like,
there's
please write me a
nothing-
letter.
They're not with off of the woman portion of it, but like going back to the religion portion of it, or like the faith or whatever rock you hold on to when you lay down at night. Like there is nothing that will finite that or like define that for you than going through like multiple deployments.
I mean, what's
or,
the quote? Everyone's an atheist until they get into a foxhole.
Yeah, it's like they say too on a plane too. It's like everybody's an atheist until they experience turbulence.
Right, and you start crashing and you're falling down to the sky. Like, don't they even do that in Seinfeld almost? They don't quite, but in the last episode, super last episode.
But that kind of stuff will definitely like help you
But
find.
if I can go on a quick tangent,
Yeah.
right? Faith life, it's very important to me. And I think I mentioned to you Exodus 90. So that whole deployment, you're right. I was dating this girl, and I don't mean any disrespect to her if she ever hears this. She doesn't live, she's not from here.
She was writing letters like Moses.
Not quite, but she would like send, care package. It was just nice having a foundation where my foundation should have been something more long lasting, infinite. right?
Yeah.
With religion, God, right? With God.
Just that internally, like foundation. Like it needed to be more foundational.
But not like, hey, a girl who could break my heart tomorrow.
Yeah, not so superficial, but more foundational.
Yeah, exactly. So that was that deployment, dating that girl, and I was like, and I came back from deployment like, I'm the same dude. I didn't grow at all. Like I'm still waking up hungover on Sunday to go to mass. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
And it was a great moment in my life. I talked to my uncle and a good friend of mine who's a priest, and I tell my priest friend every day, well, not every day, often, like, dude, you saved my life. You know, and it's not, I don't say that to be like dramatic in a way, but he saved my soul, really, truly. Because he's like, hey, dude, break up with this girl because it's not good for you. Yeah. And then go do Exodus 90. And I told you about this Exodus 90. I'll do a plug for it here. Basically, it's a super asceticism course where you like cold showers, no TV, no drinking, like basically to get rid of everything. Get rid of all distractions in your life, minimal internet use. And you're focusing on prayer and
it's like a program.
Yeah, it's a program.
It's like Andy Frisella's like 90 Days Hard or whatever.
Yeah, similar. It's a similar concept.
It's a very strange stretch of a relation that you just made there, but I'll allow it.
So I like this here: daily prayer, holy hour, no desserts, asceticism, cold showers, no technology. Right? Just get rid of.
Whoa! No dessert.
Yeah, brother.
No sweets.
You're fasting on like Wednesdays and Fridays. No meat on Wednesdays and Fridays. It's like hardcore. It's a great reset for your for your life.
Gotta have my Raisin Bran, dude. I gotta.
I don't know if that counts as a sweet, but we'll see.
Okay, all right. I gotta have my Raisin Bran.
I think it means like no cake.
You just got to get regular Cheerios, no honey nut.
Yeah, no honey nut, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, dude, that's what's up.
So I did this.
Dude, this is sick though.
It's good, and it really brings you back to like foundation things. Speaking of foundation, right? And it's they call it Exodus because you're going through your Exodus.
For the rock, yeah.
What was the Jews? The Exodus was like, hey, you're out of Egypt. You need a cleansing.
Yeah. Well, not
the biblical
that.
Jews.
Yeah, settle
biblical
down back
Jews.
there.
Easy now. It was a cleansing moment, right?
Yeah,
you're not ready for the Holy Land. You got to go through the desert.
Yeah, for 40 years.
For them, unfortunately. And they say 90 days for this because that's like, scientifically the time to break a habit and form a new one.
Ooh,
90 days to like get.
I thought it was like 2 weeks.
3 months.
3 months.
It takes 3 months to make her break a
Which
habit.
30 days has September?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 21 days. All right.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I was doing this when my now wife texted me. So I was like on fire, like
you're fucking rolling,
rocking and
dude.
rolling, which was again a God moment because had I still been like floating around trying to chase girls and like find that as my foundation, she'd have been like, nah,
Was your
fuck
wife
off.
already Catholic?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's Catholic and she's just
dude,
a rock solid lady. And had I been like fucktard, excuse me.
Dude, excuse me. I'm so much worse than you are.
If I had been fucktard, she'd been like,
yeah.
not so much. So truly God's timing and God's like, that's why I tell my priest friend, I'm like, dude, you saved my life. Seriously, getting me to start this program, getting me to revisit my life and order my life again with that foundation is, and I'm not perfect by any means, fail a lot. And I need to sometimes like do this again to kind of like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Hard reset.
Exactly. And that's what this is. It's a hard, that's why I kind of recommend it to you. If you're trying to come back into the faith and like just see what that's all about again, go all in. And you don't need to do this for life, right?
Yeah.
Give it a shot. 90 days. And it's wow. Think about no distractions. Get rid of Insta. Get rid of Twitter. Get rid of all that shit.
Dude, just delete my life. Dude, hey, can you hold down the podcast for 90 days?
Sure, man.
Hell yeah.
You can still do podcasts. Just can't look the shit up. Just have Tom look it all up. Tom, I don't know what's going on in the world, dude.
Tom, I'm going to need you to edit audio for 90 days.
No, but I did. I deleted my Facebook. I like cut off all my friends I used to go boozing with. It was like a hard reset. Anyways, that was after that deployment.
When you transitioned, so what was that like?
So when I transitioned, wow.
We just opened. No, we're back. So
yeah, we are back.
Fact,
yes,
we are in fact
yes.
opening with when you transitioned. What was that like?
It was a difficult time.
No one understood me.
Yeah, no one understood what I was doing. So that kind of it was a longer than just a one-step process, right? So I was instructing in the helicopter, which was very fun. You kind of asked that question before. It was a lot of fun training new people, and you're kind of expert flyer in the Seahawk now.
Yeah, you're the SME, dude.
I'm the SME.
Yeah.
And you get these young kids like, I don't know what I'm doing. You're like, here, watch this. And you're like, here, watch this. I can hover with 2 fingers. And you're like, so that was a lot of fun. I also got to instruct Saudi Arabian pilots. Not as fun.
terrifying.
Yeah,
because they're terrible drivers. Like,
exactly, dude.
Yeah, dude, those are the
And
guys
they're
that
like,
have-
inshallah, inshallah.
Yeah,
You're like, no, motherfucker, let's
Hold
go.
on,
Yeah.
those are the guys with like the mopeds that they stack like fucking 40 feet of cargo on a moped. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here?
So I got to instruct some of them, and that was a good time.
yeah, dude.
So while I was instructing, though, I was like, dude, I think I might want to do this airline thing. So I had some fixed wing time, right, at the beginning of my training, but a lot of my time is rotary. And so the airlines don't really care. They're like, cool, you fly helicopters. That's not a plane.
Yeah.
Well, that's not, it's not a 170,000 pound plane. Like, we don't really care if you're flying a helicopter. So I started getting like my ratings on the side. You had to get ratings. So you have your license, your pilot's license, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get a commercial license, which means it's just more advanced, right? You can fly instruments now, and you can be paid for it.
Yeah.
Ratings, though, is like, what can you fly?
Ooh, okay.
So initially, when you get your private pilot's license, your rating is really just like single engine land. You can fly a single engine plane from land.
Okay.
So I went to get
my prop plane.
Yeah. So I went to get my commercial multi-engine plane.
Okay.
So 2 engines, right?
Yeah.
And then I got my instructor add-on. So I was an instructor for helicopters. I became one for a plane in the civilian world.
Is that like your secondary pilot, basically?
No, secondary pilot.
Like, don't some planes have like a co-pilot?
So yeah, this was like an instructor. So now all planes, almost every general aviation plane, almost every plane, period, except for like an F-18 or F-16, have 2 sets of controls side by side, right? So in the 737, there's my controls and there's his controls, and they both do they're all connected.
Okay.
So in a regular general aviation, you go in a Cessna 172 with a buddy tomorrow, and there's controls here, controls here. So when you're an instructor, you're just sitting and mostly not touching everything. You're like, all right, dude, let's go.
Yeah.
Unless it's like,
get this thing going.
Unless he's like brand new, right? Like, all right, this is how you take off. You push and power. You do the power here at 80%, and as you're doing it, and you're talking, you pull back a little bit on the stick, you start flying. So I was an instructor on the civilian side, kind of teaching on the side. You get some money, and you get hours. I'm getting all my fixed wing hours, my plane hours.
Instructing.
Or and then I found a company that, have you heard of Skillbridge? So it was a program in the DoD. They've tweaked it down a little bit.
Yeah. It links you from what you did here and puts you into the civilian world.
Yes. So it's an unpaid internship in the civilian world while you're still in the military.
Yeah.
So I found a company. I found a company that was flying a charter in a Piper Saratoga, which is a single engine plane, piston. So not turbo, not super fast, but you could carry like 4 people in the back.
Hell yeah.
So I was channeling people from the Outer Banks and like Raleigh to the Outer Banks and different places in the Outer Banks. And I got a bunch of hours doing that. And then I accumulated enough fixed wing hours combined with my rotary hours. I had enough total time and enough experience. And civilian companies like military experience because, I'm flying in combat zones. I'm flying in high pressure situations. It's not just like, a lot of discipline, and I don't mean to demean like people who go straight from civilian flying all the way up to airlines, but a lot of times they're just instructors and like, all right, we're going to beat around the pattern, and then we're going to fly over here a little bit, and then do a stall and come back.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, I'm taking off from a boat in the middle of the Arabian Gulf where I might get shot at, or, it's dark and I'm wearing night vision goggles. Like, there's a little more like...
I want the pilot that's going to land me in the damn river in New York.
You want Sully.
What was that?
Sully, yeah.
I want a fucking...
And I think he was an Air Force pilot.
I want a Sully, dude. I want to know when the shit hits the fan, these 150 people are going to live.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have to land this thing on an oil rig.
Exactly.
We're going to figure it the fuck out.
And you kind of get that probably a little more with the military
improvisation
dudes.
And the impromptu, like, we're in danger, let's keep everyone safe and get it to the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that, so I think they like favor that a little bit because you have that leadership experience.
Yeah,
there's a little more.
Yeah.
So I had accumulated enough hours and I was getting out of the Navy. This was in 2022. This was also during the COVID times.
Dang.
Dark days.
You're still pretty fresh to the civilian world.
Yeah, very.
Damn, okay.
So I went to a company, right when I got out of the Navy, I went to a company called NetJets. And NetJets is... the best way to explain it, they are a timeshare for uber wealthy having a private jet. So you say like, hey, I want access to this private jet that you guys have whenever I want it, right?
It's like Uber for jets.
Yeah. So, but they have a
Waymo
timeshare
or something.
Yeah, but I'm flying it, so it's not Waymo.
Right.
Yeah, so I like to think of it as a timeshare. So like when you get a timeshare, you say, hey, I want a 3-2 apartment condo in Palm Panama City Beach, Florida, right?
Yeah.
And it's not always the exact same room, but it's a 3-2 in Panama City Beach.
Hell yeah.
These guys say, hey, I want this citation latitude for 100 hours a year whenever I ask for it. And they pay lots of money. And NetJets has 300 of these citation latitudes. And the guy says, hey, I need to get picked up in Pittsburgh. All right, cool. We'll get you a jet there tomorrow. All right, cool. So I flew for them. I flew a bunch of private pilot, they're mostly like executive.
Like an
board.
on-call pilot. So basically, like you're at home and they're like, hey, we need to fly somebody from New York.
I wasn't at home. We would be on for 7 days. But I didn't know where I was flying to. I wasn't know who I was going to fly. It was all just like by need, right? And they would have this big algo that's going to figure out like, hey, someone requested this guy here. We need 2 pilots in a plane over there. We need someone here, right?
Yeah.
So I'd be on the road for 7 days bouncing between everywhere.
And then you'd get what, a week off?
And then I get a week off. Yeah, 7 on, 7 off. It wasn't a bad gig.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it was good. It's a good company. It's a Warren Buffett owned company.
Oh, shout out to Warren Buffett. Dude.
Yeah.
That dude's a gangster.
Dude, and this is the funniest part. He bought it because he went on it. He's like, this is kind of nice. So he bought the whole fucking company.
He was like,
Of course. He's like, I like this private jet thing.
I rode in an Uber one time and now I own the company.
Warren
Right.
Buffett walks into a P.F. Chang's. He's like, you know what? It's pretty sick. I'm going to buy the whole thing.
Yeah, all like this one and all of it.
Now, everything. International chain. I want the whole
Exactly.
thing.
So that's literally what he did. He took a NetJets flight. He's like, this is pretty sick. I'll buy it. So it's under the Berkshire Hathaway umbrella.
Oh, my gosh. That's insane, dude. Warren, Warren is a gangster, like, straight up.
Pretty legit.
So you go through that, like, basically on-call pilot thing.
How long did you do that?
About 10 months. So I got out of the Navy January of 23. I was already hired by them, or what do they call it? CJO, conditional job offer, which is basically like, hey, here's a job offer.
Yeah.
And I started with them January 9th of 23. And I had so kind of as I retrace a little bit, I sent in an application to my current airline. Shit.
I can believe it.
Okay.
Edit it out.
I sent an application to my airline that fall prior, just to kind of like get a meet and greet. You had to have an application on file. I was like, oh, fuck it. I didn't have the hours. I didn't have the experience. I had nothing. So I'm flying with NetJets, going all happy, fat, dumb, and happy. I'm like, this is good. This is a good like starter gig. It's a good gig. And they email me like, hey, Alex, your application looks great. Can you just submit a resume and we'll get you an interview? I'm like, the fuck? Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I was like, that's out of the blue.
Yeah.
But it was legit. Yeah, it was actually for real. It wasn't a catfish operation.
Hell yeah. That's dope, dude.
Yeah, so I interviewed with my airline, and then I got hired in November. I started with my airline in November of 23. So not even a full year at NetJets. Got hired with a major airline in the United States, which is honestly very blessed. Like, it takes some people years to get.
As a civilian, the question is how much of it is actually like automated?
Okay. A good amount.
80%.
So what are we defining as automated? Am I just pressing like go to Phoenix and it does the rest, right?
From the moment you get in the cockpit, and you sit down and the chalk blocks are taken out,
right? So even then, it's not fully automated. So obviously, the captain is the one who's steering us on the ground. Right? Yeah. We take off. That's all us. Once we get to altitude, we hit the autopilot button. Right? The autopilot though isn't. It kind of knows, as long as we have with all the pre-planning stuff. So our points like are set in the computer, and as the computer's right, it'll take you to each point. But there's a lot that we can manipulate. I like to think of it as the autopilot as the muscle. You're going to have to move this giant, like I said, 150,000 pound machine, which I can move by myself, but it gets tiring after a while. It can do it better than I can. So I like to think of it as a muscle, but I'm the brain, and I can control I have to manage the brain, I guess.
We're hitting X amount of turbulence.
I'll slow it down. Or like, hey, ATC, is it better at 35,000 instead of 37,000? Like, yeah, much better. I haven't had any complaints. In fact, they say it's smooth out there. Like, okay, shit, let's go down to 37. So you manipulate this control panel. Hey, Jake, if you want to pull up Boeing 737 MCP, try that. See if it works up on images. MCP, Mike Charlie Papa. Just 737 MCP, that works. So
is this the control panel?
You're not
don't
retarded.
Talk about yourself
yeah,
like
come
that,
on,
brother.
dude.
Let's see. Go to pictures because I think that's what he's.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. So this panel is like your altitude, your speed. That works. you get a basic gist, right? These are all the buttons of how I tell the computer what to do.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to diminish what we do by any means, but we're very much like managers of the entire situation, right? You're going, 400 miles an hour in a metal tube at different altitudes, a lot of different deconflicting things, and you're just managing the situation.
What about landing? You said
So,
takeoff is manned.
Takeoff is manned, landing is manned.
Okay.
What is the highest elevation commercially anyone is allowed to fly? Like with just regular civilians on there?
Most planes won't go above 41,000 feet. Probably you can go as high as like 80, technically.
Like, and everything
it's
still
all
be pressurized and
Yeah, but it's
fine
all
and-
dependent on the plane. So we can go to 41,000. Other planes can go higher. And then NetJets planes, we can go to 45,000 just because they're smaller. It's easier to pressurize them, right?
Wild, dude.
What about your on intercom voice? Did you like adjust? You got like the same
No.
spiel you run through? Like I saw a reel the other day of like, hey, I know people are concerned, blah blah blah. We're gonna
Yeah, I saw that. They had like something they sent us in the company, like something you could say, like if you want to dialogue with passengers and stuff. Oh, the federal government shut down, blah 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 blah. I didn't make a new voice. I don't know if I should. I'll find out after this podcast. Like, I'll get to see the comments. This guy's voice sucks.
Oh, dude, by the way,
Yeah.
speaking of voices, can you give me your pilot voice?
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I have one, but I can pretend. I can give you a fake one.
Yeah, just we've been flying now for like 2 or 3 hours, and,
Sure.
and we're about to make our descent. Can
Do you want me to do my normal or like a pretend one?
No, like do what you would.
What I would
normally-
do?
Yeah, just like tell me that we're about to descend.
All right.
Into Phoenix, Arizona.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we're about to start our descent here into Phoenix, Arizona. It should be on the ground here in the next 20 minutes or so. Weather in Arizona, we have winds out of the southeast, about 10 knots. It's broken cloud, so a little cloudy and a nice temperature of 70 degrees. We do appreciate you flying with us today, and we hope to see you again.
So
That's just about it. Yeah.
do you have a script that?
No,
they, like,
I just
give you?
kind of
They just let
make
you
that one
wing
flow.
it?
That was the most nerve-wracking part of my first flight.
Knowing what to say.
My first flight, I was like, fuck, all right, here we go, everybody. And you press the button like,
Yeah. This is your captain speaking. I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
we're about to hit the ground.
luckily I'm not the captain.
Dude, that is sick, dude. That's so crazy.
As you can see, we turned off the Wi-Fi. I have no clue what the weather is.
I don't know why I turned off the Wi-Fi. Sorry. But yeah, I think my first call, I don't do it all the time. I'm kind of supposed to. It's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we've reached our cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. I'll turn off we're expecting some smooth air, so I'll turn off the seatbelt sign. Do ask that while you're seated, you please keep on your seatbelt sign in the event of any unexpected rough air. We got about another 3 hours of flying, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Do you guys have like pranks or anything that you like?
Man,
maybe
that's
the
such a-
two
I think that's
pilots
like
play
20
on each
years
other.
before.
Probably years before. It's a very fine line, right? Because you say something and everyone's like, what the fuck? What?
No,
right?
not like on the intercom. 'cause
Oh,
you'll
like
get-
we'll do with each other.
Yeah, you'll get fucking fired for that.
Occasionally.
But-
Yeah. Fact.
No, I mean like you and the other pilot. Do you ever put like a rubber ducky in his chair or something? I don't know, like whatever.
Man, you fly with someone different all the time.
I don't
I
know.
know.
I had
I'm
one.
just
I had one
imagining
captain.
the
It was kind of funny. What would you do?
Is there like a running pilot? Like I guess is like
Maybe not a running one.
like
No.
a running joke or a gag. that
One
you
I
get-
like sometimes. It's like stupid funny. Like so, you take off, you're flying,
Yeah,
and then you go autopilot on. You have to kind of say what you're doing, so no one's like, "What the fuck, dude?"
yeah.
So one I like is like, "I thought it was on this whole time."
That's nice, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I like that one.
real dad vibes.
Yeah, I
that,
like
dude.
that. I'm all
Yeah,
dad. I'm all
yeah.
dad jokes, right?
Dad vibes, dude. Hell yeah.
Um,
That's sick.
Sometimes, so I mean, it's stupid shit, but like the flight attendants, you have to ask them to go to the bathroom because they have to set up a cart, safety and stuff.
Oh,
They
yeah,
literally
yeah.
set up a cart in front. I don't know if you've seen this. They'll set up a cart in like the very end of first class. So when I open the door to the cockpit, no one can bum rush and get in and 9/11 it. Right.
Hashtag never forget.
Never forget.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, hey, can we set up a bathroom break? They're like, yeah, sure, we'll set it up. And they call back and they go, hey, we're ready. I'm like, for what? They're like, the bathroom? I'm like,
That's the best.
I just do shit like every once in a while, I think
Yeah,
I
that
think
was 5 minutes
Oh,
ago. I just
dude,
went right here.
Yeah, you guys took too fucking long.
Yeah, I just took a shit in the cockpit. We're gonna keep this puppy rolling.
We ain't stopping. No stop till Brooklyn. Dude, I did have a captain. I liked it. So they're supposed to open the door to the bathroom, make sure no one's in there, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. So my captain would go out and be like, I go out there and I go, dude, someone's in here. To the bathroom, the flight attendant's like, what? I like that. That's good shit right
Has
there.
there ever been like? Have you ever been like on like in flight and somebody like smoked a cigarette or done anything like illegal?
Not in
there?
flight while we're taxiing out. we'll get the call from. They'll vape. It's mostly vapors, right?
Damn, they think they can get away with it
Because
everywhere,
it's not real smoke. It's
So funny,
vapor.
dude. That's so funny.
And we just called them, and like the flight attendant's like, we told him to stop, or else you can get in trouble. And he stopped. I'm like, all right, we'll just fucking keep going.
Yeah, Charlie Mike, dude. Let's keep this puppy rolling.
Charlie Mike?
Continue mission.
Oh, I was thinking Oscar Mike.
What's Oscar?
We're on the move, baby.
On the move. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I played Call of Duty, and that's all I know.
Hell yeah, dude. Have you played the new Call of Duty?
I don't have.
This is not.
I don't have
relative.
time for video games anymore. I got 4 kids.
Yeah, I don't know what the new. I heard.
True
that-
Catholic, you know what I mean? You've been out of the
Exactly.
military for how long?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
Sure.
Do you like dabble, or have you ever in your last 15 years or so dabbled with like the flight simulators and stuff like that? Like whether it's
Like
on a PC
Microsoft simulator?
or a console. Or,
Briefly, when I was like getting ready for interviews,
how accurate are those compared to like?
I can speak well enough because it's all about like also controllability, like what buttons I have to press to do the right things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen good setups you can find online. They're not cheap, but like, I mean, that one image of the Boeing 737 cockpit, like that's something you could buy. People will set up a Boeing 737 simulator. They'll get that MCP panel.
Yeah.
They'll get all the same exact dials and everything I have up front in the cockpit of the flight deck. Cockpit is not politically correct.
Oh damn! I said cockpit earlier.
Yeah, I know. I did. But yeah, you can get a whole full setup. So I think the simulators themselves are good. I did it for my Xbox one time when I applied to NetJets. Everyone was saying like, "Oh, you're gonna have you ride in a simulator," and feel like show them that you have decent skills, right? That your monkey skills are good enough. So I'll try the simulator, see if it's gonna be worth my time. It wasn't so much, right?
Dude, I remember my grandpa
Real
had
sim gear.
one,
That's a serious right
and
there.
it was like a USB-C plug-in, and it was literally just like a drone controller nowadays, and it was like thrust and like whatever, and then you had to adjust everything from there.
But speaking of simulators, so we do I just came back from. It looks like a helicopter. No, that's not a helicopter. Never mind. I lied. Not a helicopter. I just came back from Recurrent. So every year, you guys will be happy to hear. There's your 737. Hit that one. Yeah. I recognize that baby anywhere.
That is.
So that's my office right there.
That is hot, dude. What's the notepad for? Do you guys do like Pictionary up there, or
Yeah.
tic-tac-toe?
Just a little bit of notes here and there.
Are you guys playing Hangman up front?
It gets a little boring sometimes. It can, but we're always alert.
Hell yeah. What's up?
Yeah. So I just finished Recurrent, and like,
Yeah, what is that?
so you go back every year, and they just have you practice like, hey, engine failure. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And it's just there's procedures, right? So you just have to make sure you got your procedures on lock. And our simulators though are full motion. So like you go up, it moves, right? It moves as you move. It like
Oh, no shit.
they have like a bridge comes up. It's full on hydraulics or electric motion and stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
Pretty good. And it's in light of unfortunately the UPS incident. It was just it was kind of sobering. Like I just practiced all of these simulators. I have done this, by the way, but not so much Army. Look up a Helo Dunker.
What's a helo dunker?
You shall
like
see.
underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Done that many times.
Like you actually go in water?
Yes.
No, and they make you get out of it?
Yeah. They make you like you're buckled in.
That's smart because there was just that like one helicopter crash where like I think something happened. The back half of the helicopter came off.
Oh,
and
shit.
He was like trying to fly out again and like it crashed.
I did not see that.
In the Army, we had to do a little bit with it with the so he had a picture pulled up of the MRAPs.
The roll dunker. Yeah.
I don't know
Because the MRAPs go in water, right?
No, the MRAPs are four wheel drive vehicles.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Marine. What if the Marines have a something that can go amphibious too?
Before you can deploy, they send you to California and you do a bunch of bullshit. And this is one of the bullshit
If
trainings.
you get hit by an IED, getting out.
Yeah, so your truck rolls over. You've got a gunner sticking out the hatch. You've got all this shit flying, all these guns and radios and cables, and you've got to be able to navigate out of the. And it's the most. I did not. It wasn't bad for me. Like I don't mind being upside down and like having to dismount and shit, but like. It makes me nervous thinking about it in a
water?
helicopter underwater.
For sure, dude.
That's nerve-wracking. But
And
yeah,
the
the
one
Army
thing
has a very similar process with these MRAP rollovers.
It's great training. Some of the best training.
It's practical.
Very.
Yeah, very practical.
The one thing you couldn't simulate in the Helo Dunker was... Oh, he didn't practice?
Oh, yeah. He stayed out of the hatch and got... Yeah,
Damn, that's
not a great time.
Not great.
Yeah, rest in peace, brother. rollover drills
No,
are yeah, it's a big thing in the infantry. Mechanized infantry, they are all very familiar with the rollover drills.
For sure.
100%. But the underwater though, so what was that like?
Kind of what you expect. So you're strapped in either in the back or like you're in the cockpit, like flying, or the front flying. And yeah, it just kind of goes in the water and it spins over, and you have to wait till like fully spun over to unbuckle. You find your window, you keep your reference point, find your window, push the window out, and like pull yourself
Do you
out.
have oxygen at all at any point?
You do. So we flew with oxygen that was good for like 10 minutes, they said.
Okay.
But I had never scubaed before. So if you haven't like thought of that brain kind of function, right? Like I don't know if you guys have scuba, but first time you scuba, you're like, I can breathe. Like, you're like trying to breathe normally.
Yeah.
So I didn't like doing the oxygen. So I would just kind of hold my breath.
Really?
And kind of make it work. Yeah. Maybe now that I've scubaed, I would actually use the oxygen. But it's hard because your nose is like fully open. It's not like, scuba, you got a mask on and all that shit. And you're here.
Yeah.
You just plop in. It's good training. That's all I can say. And they give you blackout goggles. So they give you goggles that are painted black, so you can't see like simulated at night.
Yeah.
So you just have to kind of feel your fucking way and kind of see like where you're going. It's all like no swimming. Like you just got to hand over hand find your way out. Or if you're in the left seat, like, all right, boom, we're done. We're under. You grab your reference point right here. You unbuckle. The window is on your left side because it's all upside down.
Yeah.
So your window's on your left side. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just pop that thing open and then grab it and go.
Yeah.
The one thing that, like I said, they didn't simulate is should a helicopter go under, that thing is sinking probably so fast. And that I can't imagine, just that feeling of rushing down.
Weight.
Yeah. I mean, our helicopter's probably weigh like 15,000 pounds, 16, 17, right?
And then as soon as that cavity fills with water,
You're a brick. So you got to get out kind of quick and then like swim, inflate, and God hope your LPU inflates, your
Yeah, dude.
life vest.
That is sweaty. So you've been flying now commercially for a few years, and you're loving it.
Yeah,
and
it's good.
And we're wishing you nothing but the best for sure. But
appreciate it.
You've done a ton of training. Been through a ton of. You've got this massive amount of perseverance within you, and for that I applaud you. But a lot of folks at home that are going through similar situations, maybe not piloting or whatever, but what have you, whatever their challenge may be, we like to ask, like, during your most challenging moment, whatever that moment may look like, it could be daunting, it could be depression, it could be whatever. It could be at any point through any of your training. Did you ever have a dark moment where you were like, I'm not cut for this, or this isn't cut for me, or I'm going to get out, or this is dumb, or whatever? And then more importantly, in that moment, what was it that kept you on the right path and like brought you here to the Days Grimm today to talk about piloting?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. That's a good question. So I think training in the helicopter, you have to become an aircraft commander, right? And it's a pretty lengthy process.
Right.
And they ask you all these questions, and it's like, how much knowledge you know? And they throw scenarios at you, like, how are you going to handle this scenario? What are you going to do now? What are you like? And it's tough. And I didn't pass my first two, just for kind of nuances here and there, because it's really specific. And they kind of get like, oh, you said one thing wrong. You're like, you're left. And man, that was tough because you've been told that you failed, right? And you literally meet failure in the face, and it says, yep, you failed. That sucks.
Not good enough.
Yeah, exactly. And that can be tough, and it's very easy to, in that moment, to be like, fuck it, I'm done. This is stupid. I can go find another job. I'll do something else. It was an element of, I guess, just like, kind of what got me through a lot of the military was just a little bit of the pride of like, hey, I'm not going to be the one who quits, right? And I don't know if that's like a value, a virtue, right?
It's perseverance,
I suppose, right? Yeah, it's like I didn't want to be that guy. Everyone would be like, oh, he quit. That sucks. And then for myself too, I didn't want to be a quitter. And so I think I just kind of looked at it that way. It's like, no, I don't think I am a quitter. That's not in me. And because the option's there. Like, you can quit. I knew a guy who did. He's like, it's just not for me. I don't want to do it. That's a little too much. Like, I get it. It's fair. In that time, I think that's kind of what, I do take that second, like, is this what I want to do? And,
morals. Your morals kept you going.
For sure. Yeah, I think just my foundation, my family values, like, we don't quit. My mom would say all the time, like, never, don't say I can't. There's actually McConaughey. He has a good little quick bit. He's like, we don't say I can in this family. We say I'm having trouble, right? I'm having trouble with this situation. And No, so and that's actually what we're starting to say in our house. Like my little 2-year-old's like, I can't do it. I'm like, we don't say I can't. We say I'm having trouble, and I'll come help you out.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Just struggling. Yeah, I'm having some troubles with this. I'm struggling with this. And so I think that's a good lesson in life. It's just like, hey, you can. You might need some help from someone. You might need to take another beat, take a second. But we can, you're having some troubles. You're struggling a little bit.
Speaking of help, what advice do you have for, I mean, we could look at it from the civilian sector, so I guess for both, for folks that are looking to go into the military and get into aviation or folks that are civilians and maybe they're flying single prop planes, but they want to get into the commercial world. Like, what advice do you have for those folks at home?
Dang. Very open-ended.
And actually, we have a listener that actually flies rotary.
Okay.
Gareth
Sick.
Anderson. We deployed with him in Afghanistan.
Yeah. For someone specific like that, it's just building time. You got to get the experience. Find ways to get the experience. Get your instructor so you can make money while you're getting hours, and it helps build experience. So you get put in some odd situations, right? It is kind of not so cookie cutter. There are some cookie cutter programs, but if that's what you want to do, I'd say sooner than later, right? If you want to become, if you're going from zero to hero of I've never flown a plane in my life, like, it's something to start sooner than later, because it can be a great career, but it takes time and it takes a lot of money, unfortunately. I was blessed to avoid the paying debt because I got to fly and get all my ratings in the military and use some GI Bill stuff.
Get those hours of flight logged.
Hours of flight logged, right, and get the experience. Because hours kind of, not maybe 1 for 1, but I don't know, 1 for 2 or 1 for half, equal experience, right?
Right.
If I have 10,000 hours in aircraft, you're like, dude, that guy's flown a lot. That's 10,000 hours. I don't know how much that equates in his life, but that's a shit ton.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a dog's age.
Yeah, it's a dog. Malcolm Gladwell would say, like, hey, you're an expert now. All right, so it equals experience. So just getting that experience, and that's also just the metric that airlines use, or companies will use, or anyone will use, right? Hey, how many hours do you have? Like, I got 3,000. It's some split between here, and there. And honestly, this is going to sound very cliche, but like, keep on learning as much as you can.
That is not cliche. That is one of our steeples here. Like we are constantly preaching. Like that's why we do what we do. We interview multiple different people, different disciplines. You can never stop learning.
I agree.
Yeah.
And it's easy to kind of get complacent where you are. Absolutely. You know what I mean? We're like, I'm good. I've learned enough.
Yeah, I got this shit on autopilot.
Yeah, boom. Yeah. But you still got to be managing that autopilot. How's that autopilot doing? I like it.
What about as we wrap up, last minute shout outs? Who's got you to where you're at and who's keeping you going?
Well, obviously, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank you guys. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Well, first and foremost, I mean, my wife, you guys, it was good to talk about deployments. My wife never deployed or went on deployment while we were married with kids, but I go on little mini 4-day deployments every week, right? So I'm gone for 4 days at a time while I'm flying, and she's home with the kids, and she's a freaking rock. It's amazing. People are like, how does your wife handle it? I'm like, I don't know, she just does. Yeah. Like, she's just badass.
Right, you hear about all those UPS, wives or whatever that were freaking out, not knowing.
I'm sure. Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Louisville or.
I know, and I'm sure my wife, even after that happened, she goes, "Hey, it's close to home." Like, I bet. But she's so amazing at just keeping the house steady and allowing me to go work and provide for our family without no stress. I don't have to worry about like how is she gonna be okay at home by herself. You know what I mean? For sure, her. There's a couple instructors I had in the military who were very like fundamental because they weren't like the screamers. I don't know if you guys experienced in the military, like the screamers, like good job,
Those are the only ones I had. I feel like.
Yeah, and it may be different in the infantry world. You kind of need those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
But in the aviation world, that didn't help me. I don't react very well to negative criticism of just beating me down. Like build me up, and I'll be your best freaking pilot in the world. That priest friend I told you about who kind of saved me, I was definitely a shout out. His name's Father Serby. He has his own podcast. I don't know if I can plug
Father
that.
Serby?
Serby, Searby.
Where out of what parish? Where
He's out in Virginia.
Oh, okay. Nice, dude.
Can I plug his podcast?
Yeah, I don't care.
Holiness for the Working Day.
Holiness for the Working Day.
Yeah.
You're almost a working day again.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah?
I'll be a working day in, what's today's date? I don't even know. But yeah, in a couple weeks. Hell yeah, brother.
That looks like it. Father James. There we go. That's it.
That's it.
He's one of my best friends. And then, I don't know. It's a tough question. It's a good question. I should have thought about this question more. But it's just so much.
Wife, your family,
for
your
sure.
spiritual mentor.
Yes. An uncle of mine is another kind of spiritual mentor of mine. He was my confirmation sponsor, and he's kind of the wise sage. A couple uncles I have that I look to very often as like the wise, give me some guidance here. What do I got to do?
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, dude, Alex, it's been nothing short of an honor. We got to spend roughly 2 hours here with you.
This has been awesome.
We've only had one other pilot, and we've
time.
gone so much more into detail with what you with aviation in the military and stuff with you. I was super pumped about it.
Yeah.
So.
This is awesome. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you so much. And then also thanks to you guys for listening, watching on YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe, the whole thing. This has been another thrilling episode of The Day's Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
And this has been Alex. Thank you so much.
Trujillo.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hard problems complicating, so the FCC won't let me be. Or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. So come on.